83%, prompting widespread anger in Africa's second largest oil producer, where poverty and hunger are pushing back to the brink. Meanwhile, Pope Leo has called on young Catholic influencers to promote dignity and unity online, warning that artificial intelligence must benefit all humanity. Speaking at the Jubilee of Youth in St. Peter's Basilica, the new pontiff emphasized that digital tools should not erode compassion nor justice. Now, he urged the faithful to use their platforms to connect with those in need. The US-born Pope, who is a mathematics graduate, has repeatedly highlighted AI's ethical challenges and the Church's role in shaping moral conversations in a fast-changing world. Now, closing up your first bit of news with some entertainment, where US singer Ciara has officially become a citizen of Benin, one of the first public figures to do so under a new law welcoming descendants of slaves back to their ancestral homeland. Now, in a joyful Instagram post, the Grammy winner said she felt honored and also thankful. The West African country launched the My Afro Origins Law last year, offering citizens to people with roots in transatlantic slave trade. Now, Ciara received her citizenship in a special ceremony in Cotonou, with Benin's government calling it a symbolic return to one's roots. Now, the move also aims to boost cultural tourism. Just last week, filmmaker Spike Lee and his wife were named ambassadors for African Americans in the U.S. A great way to say welcome home, Sister Ciara, and also a nice feel-good way to close off your 6 o'clock news. Let's get into the sporting highlights, though. Here's Graham with the latest.
Thank you so much, Chris. Let's start in the water, where Peter Coetzee claimed South Africa's first medal at the World Aquatics Championships in Singapore, winning gold in the 100-meter backstroke with a new African record to boot, a time of 51.85 seconds. Chris Smith also impressed, reaching the 50-meter breaststroke final in a personal best of 26.77 seconds. So we'll certainly watch that space as well. Then the awards season kicked in last night for Mamelodi Sundowns, and their playmaker Lucas Ribeiro Costa dominated the PSL awards understandably after his season, scooping 4 major trophies, including Footballer of the Season. Then Orlando Pirates teen star Relebogile Mafokeng, he claimed 2 awards, while Sundowns' Miguel Cardoso was named Coach of the Season as well. Congratulations to all. Now let's get into cricket, and skipper Mohamed Bulbulia, he smashed 130 of 93 balls to lead South Africa's under-19s to a dominant 107-run victory over Zimbabwe. That was in their youth ODI tri-series game yesterday. So backed by 50s from Jorik van Schalkwyk and Adrian Langandin, South Africa posted 346 for 9. Then Anati Kachini took a 3 for 34 as Zimbabwe were limited to 239 for 9 in reply. And it's all going down in France once again as Lorena Wiebes, she edged out yellow jersey holder Marianne Vos in another thrilling sprint to win stage 4 of the Tour de France Femmes. Backed by a dominant SD Vaux team, and they really are supporting her brilliantly. It marked her second straight stage victory. Ireland's Laura Gillespie, she finished 3rd, while Dutch rival Demi Vollering, she stayed in contention, crossing safely in that peloton to stay in the top 10. And that's where we leave our sport for now, albeit, yes, we got some of the Springbok ladies joining us just now. They have a call that is going to ring across the nation. They're looking for their +1, and I have a feeling it might just be you. But we'll connect in just a moment. Right now, let's get set for the day ahead with weather.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's get into your weather this morning, where the South African Weather Service has issued multiple warnings for today. Now, we start off with a yellow level 2 alert for damaging winds, and that's in place over the southwestern Northern Cape, posing problems for high-sided vehicles. Now, in the Eastern Cape, winds may damage temporary structures and spark runaway fires in Dr. Beyers Naudé. Now, Chris Hani and Joe Abi districts face wind-related power and communication issues. Tomorrow, a yellow level 2 warning for damaging waves is forecast from Alexander Bay to Plettenberg Bay, alongside bitterly cold, wet and windy weather across parts of the Western Cape. Now let's get into the sunrise view of this hour and my favorite Fancy Nancy out in KZN, representing Scotburr in the best way ever. I know that you definitely were on the road here and said, you know what, Expresso family, I send through my pictures every morning. Why would today be any different? And I absolutely love this take on KZN. Thank you for your artistic view this morning. We appreciate you, Fancy Nancy. And 23 degrees is what you can expect on your side of town. 0630369649. That is that number once again for you to get in touch with us, Expressive family. Let us know what it's looking like from your side as we get into your temperatures for the first time this morning. I just need a headband.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for you to come and doing the arms and doing the whole thing. No, you look ready. And the Springbok ladies are here. They look ready. They look ready for the World Cup. But they do need someone. So we are going to introduce you in just a moment. But we've got something special cooking this morning. And we are dealing with veg. Okay.
A lot of it also.
A lot of it. So I'm going to, just to prepare myself, I'm going to whip us up a coffee.
Yes, balance is important.
So we want to put it to the viewers because I think all of us have been surprised with that one vegan kind of taste tester, that one vegetarian meal, maybe that just snuck in there. We were like, hang on a minute, this is great.
You don't want to admit it, but you're like, this might be, I don't even miss the meat.
Maybe.
Which is crazy. So we had a question posed to you today, Expressive, and we said, have you ever tried a vegan or vegetarian meal that tasted way better than expected? We want to know all the details, the lowdown of it all. Was it this vegetable? What is this vegetable?
That's got to be a pumpkin of some kind.
Was it this one over here? And you just said, this is interesting. I might add it to my repertoire of cooking. We would love to find out.
Cauliflower for me. Once I started exploring like curry flavors and cauliflower steaks.
I was about to say, have you had a cauliflower steak before?
I've ruined about 5 before I got it right, but once you do, it's
really
great.
tasty.
Yeah.
I grew up actually just eating cauliflower bakes, but now I've heard you can make them into chicken wings, which I have a feeling you're going to try it out with some ranch sauce.
Okay, well, let us know if you've discovered something that we should be on. Maybe it's a trend online. Maybe it's something that your auntie or your nana or your nonna from yesterday, because Italians are welcome today, even though we're dealing with just veggies. They know how to handle an aubergine or two. Let us know on the social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. And, of course, Chef Clem is going to be trying 3 different veggie recipes that you probably have not tried yet.
I'm very excited to eat it. I've never been more excited to eat a vegetable. And then also I've got to, I know it's not protein, but got to get geared up because the Springboks women are taking me through my paces to get into a fitness workout. And I have been warned that it's going to be quite tough. So,
but just look after. Remember, they've got a match coming up this weekend.
Okay, I'll look
There's
after
some
them.
aching bodies there. Okay, no, they are primed. They've got a World Cup coming up, and we are here to be there +1. We'll tell you how after this.
Amen.
Cheers. I think I gave you about 5 teaspoons.
I'm not drinking it.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, Wunderbar.
It's my feel-good show.
And look, like in about 2 seconds, I turn into a 5-year-old child. Why? Because I am very excited about rugby at the moment. In one particular lane, with the Rugby World Cup around the corner, the Springbok women are calling on all of us, every member of this nation, to walk with them through the powerful +1 campaign. Finally, we get our +1. We're invited. It's a movement of unity, it's of pride, and it's of a growing belief that we are seeing not just off the field, but most importantly on it from the ladies themselves. And joining us in studio to share their journey and what this moment means for the Springbok women are Nomsa Mokwai, Sizo Pila, Salonsi, and Eloise Webb. Can we get a resounding applause from our non-existent studio audience? Yeah! And what I like about you guys, you'll cheer for yourselves, you'll cheer for each other, because you know, not so long ago, there weren't legions of screaming fans for women's rugby at all. There were barely any women playing rugby down south. And now you're playing against the best rugby teams in the world and giving them stick. How are you? I know it's between games at the moment, so that's a loaded question, but how is the camp at the moment?
The camp at the moment is full of excitement, a lot of excitement. Obviously, no sport or big tournament is prepared without nerves and
it must be there.
Like, yeah, but you have to be present. But excitement, excitement, excitement.
She says, but she looks terrified. Are you a little bit terrified? No, you must be. No, I got to say, because I've had a front row seat to watch the physical development of the side. And that, I think, is unfortunately, that generally takes generations to build in that kind of strength and speed, the groundwork that needs to happen at development level. And you guys seem to have sped that up in the space of about 2-3 years. What is the key? What is working in this team so well at the moment, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's something that you mentioned. Physicality is one of the big things for us.
The ring of death or something, I think you call it. Yes.
If you look at our forwards, then you can just imagine that. So, yeah, it's good to be part of that, and I think physicality was always part of our team culture, and we want to be known as a physical team. And not all of us are physical, but if you train against these people, then listen.
You learn very quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you stop smiling with such an evil look on your face?
And it's her type of game, right?
Exactly.
That's
kind of what you're paid to do, so that's all right. Don't temper that.
It's my job.
A far sweeter smile coming from that side, which I know dissolves on game day. But there is a reason why you guys play out of your skins week in and week out. And I know we're building up to a World Cup, which is a massive, almost kind of new territory. You're going to need a +1. I'm ready. I'm here. We are all ready.
As long as you're ready.
We are. Well, as ready as we're going to be for a World Cup. What does that mean, knowing that the nation is going to step up beside you? And you know how we roll as a country when it comes to sport, when it comes to rugby, when it comes to a woman. I absolutely love the fact. But what does it mean to you as a player?
It gives us like a source of belief, knowing that we have people at home backing us, like recognizing us and actually supporting us.
What does it take to do this when there aren't the structures around you? And I'll use New Zealand as an example that has decades of rugby structure propelling them to where they are right now, playing this beautiful game. Not so much on our case. For you to get to this point, what has it taken to get you?
One thing is, if you dwell on the limited resources and whose infrastructure and all of that, then you don't really work hard. You're already losing the battle. So it takes a lot of heart and believe in yourself first, and then every other thing just comes naturally. But a lot of heart and a lot of self-belief.
The grind.
Yes.
You just grind.
Yes.
So we are ready to grind for you, ladies. How do we do it? For the +1 campaign, what do you want from us? What do you need from us for your build-up now towards the World Cup? What would you like for South Africa to bring to your table?
Yeah. Starting from being available for this coming weekend's game, and also like marketing us on social media, like that will.
Yeah. And showing up, like last weekend we had a great crowd and it was amazing to see. So we're really moving in the right direction. People are backing us as a team and we can feel it, and it's amazing to be part of that. So we'll bring the performances and...
Well, you proved that.
Exactly. So we'll show up, and hopefully the nation will show up for us.
For me, I've got a daughter who's got an older brother. So there's obviously a lot of physicality in our house. And I always warn him, I'm like, she's got a female mentality, which means she's probably going to work twice as hard as you to get to that point. When you look up in an Athlone stadium, and I love there are certain stadiums, Mbombela has a bit of this where it gets a name for itself, that it's a difficult place to come and play. And if that's just our label at the moment, that we are tough to play against, I like that in World Rugby. When you look up and you see in the Athlone Stadium young girls watching you play, not a captive audience of South African mad rugby men, but young South African girls who don't belong to the South African narrative of the past, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, and it's a loud crowd. Like I won't lie to you, it's a loud crowd. You try and play and hear yourself while they're also screaming. So, but realizing that they're there, they just travel there to watch us play, it's overwhelming, and it's just a nice feeling, man. Like, we inspiring the young generation. People are coming out, the kids are coming out, and they understand what we're doing and what it takes. They come out to watch our training sessions, and that's...
I know, I also sneak in from time to time, and I'll catch a glance. But what I'm liking most about this equation is that they're playing rugby, that they are embracing this beautiful game, because there are resources there. We just need to tap into it and redirect. Young girls watching right now, we've got the most amazing, empowered, passionate viewership of young South African women, or in fact, women all across America, the world, watching right now. Maybe each one of you can give us just one sentence to motivate them. And it's not necessarily just for the Springbok woman, but I think for all women in South Africa at the moment, maybe we need that voice. But what would you say to the young girls watching right now?
Basically, one thing, hard work beats talent.
Yes.
Hard work beats talent.
Definitely. If you look at our team, we're a very resilient team. Yes, we all come from different backgrounds, so it doesn't matter where you come from. If you love the sport and you put everything in it, you can succeed in it.
Play for your sisters.
Yes, I will say even the results, if the results are not on your side, never stop working. I mean, it's possible. We never thought we could be here. I mean, we're here now. Like, who would have thought?
I can remember doing interviews with only men asking about women's rugby, like 5 years ago. It's insane. You're going to a World Cup. What are we talking about? This is crazy. Well, if you can get to the Athlone Stadium, that's our first point, our jumping off points, and then we will be the +1 for these ladies. But right now, they've got a +1 waiting for them. On the other side of the studio, I think she's a little bit nervous, so go gentle, please, on my very good friend, Carissa, over there. I'm going to send you ladies off. You can go and join Carissa for a little bit of a warm-up session. You guys can please play along as well. You can move the coffee table, start stretching, because our official warm-up with the Springbok ladies is about to begin.
It's me. I'm the +1. Please make me. Okay. I'm trying to breathe through this. It's going to be okay. Before the hits, tackles, and the tries, it all starts with the warm-up. We know this already. We've got to get the joints oiled. And today we're joined by 3 powerhouses, as you saw them on the couch from the Springbok women's squad. We've got Nomsa Sizo as well as Eloise with us, and they are going to be giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the drills and the movements, what keeps them sharp and moving. And I hope that you will, in fact, go easy on me. I hope that you're quite the beast, though. So what are we getting into today? We've got 6 minutes, so let's maybe just do some, you know, some gentle yoga or something, you know? Okay, what are we doing?
So basically, for our warm-up, you need to basically activate the bigger muscles. So dynamic warm-up is mostly important with that.
All right.
So we're going to start with jogging on the spot with limited
You'll
time.
have to join me.
So
Yes, we'll definitely join
Come
you.
on, live. Come on, let's go.
Light jog.
Should have been in my green today.
Increase the heart rate now. A bit quicker.
Okay, quicker.
So get the arms moving.
All right. There's the music. We needed some motivation.
And then just calm it down, and then shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. So this,
Right. And then the other way.
other way. So let's start.
That actually feels great.
Is it?
Shake some muscles early in the morning.
Let's try to be a bit quicker. Down.
Oh, quicker. Oh, my coordination. Okay.
Don't worry.
got it.
Quicker. And we're back to the jogging.
Woo, active wrist. All right.
Jogging. So
That
what's
helps
good
have other people do it with me. I feel like I got this. Okay.
if at a full field, we'll be sprinting across the field.
Okay, thank you. Just for the studio space.
So we're going to jumping jacks now.
All right.
Jumping jacks, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Come on, ladies, let's go.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 18, 19, 20. On the jog, on your feet.
We'll swap faces.
Activating those ankles.
Got you, sis.
I feel like
Easy stuff.
I feel like
She's ready for them.
You heard she said burpees.
stop. We want to activate our pelvic area, so our hip flexors. All you do is this, open them up, other leg. While you're jogging on the spot, that's it. Open them up. Try and keep square.
Okay.
Yes.
Forward.
Yes.
My muscles are burning.
So now we take it out and in.
Okay.
Same movement, but we've activated a lot of lower bodies now.
Where we going? Where the mat?
No, you don't need a mat.
You don't need a mat.
To do that.
We're going down.
Okay.
We're going down.
Yes.
So we're pushing up and we're rotating.
Can you show us?
Definitely, I don't mind that.
I told you.
Your arms shoulder width under your shoulders. So you push up, you rotate.
Got
Yeah,
this.
that's
You got this. You got this.
Even on the that's a little bit
Okay, let's
I'm
go.
on my
I'm waiting.
knees.
I'm waiting.
Yes.
I'll do my knees. Oh, I do need a mat.
Let's go up and up. We rotate. Don't worry. Don't worry.
got you.
I'll modify for you. Come on, let's go. So your knees can be on the ground.
Need a
Your
pillow.
knees can be on the ground.
Okay, that's
So you do this. Still. That's it. Down.
Yeah. Easy stuff. Got you.
Three more.
There we go.
I got it. I got it.
You got it?
Halfway there at least.
How's the heart rate? How's the heart rate?
I'm more anxious.
That's
lately.
the last one. Yes. You get back up. Okay. Shake your legs. Shake your legs.
Taking the legs.
Shaking
That's
arms.
the easy part. I feel like you're preparing us for something.
You're shaking it, and you jog on the spot.
There we go. This is the easy one.
This is the easy one.
You got this.
This is the easy one.
This is the easy one.
I appreciate the encouragement.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, one more.
One more.
And then we're done.
One more.
Is she gonna say a burpee?
I love it. But I want your burpee now.
Behave yourself.
I want your burpee.
Come on, Caesar, what are we doing?
Air squats.
Air squats are cool.
Shoulder width apart. Your feet are facing forward. Yep. And we go down. Don't rush it. Slow. Up. Slow. Up. Slow. Up.
Amazing. We're going to continue doing this, ladies. Thank you so much. I think I've officially qualified to be your +1, to be there in the stands, on the field even. Whatever you need me, I will be there. Graham, how are we feeling? I fought you for that #1 position.
If you've injured one of our Springbok ladies, okay, it's all on you. I think they've officially found their +1, their +2, their +3.
Yeah.
Hashtag +1, make a trend. Get behind the ladies. I think first off, get to the Athlone Stadium this weekend, playing against, obviously, New Zealand. A massive test. They did so well last weekend. And, of course, it's a big World Cup year. So we need to be special and extra.
We do.
Okay, which means not one way, but 3 ways if we're going to do veggies.
What's up, Blomqual?
I think we might do it 5 ways, looking at the way you and Tiff were talking this morning. It's going to be crazy.
Give me time, guys. We're going to do cauliflower so many ways today. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I love a cauliflower.
I love it. Is it one of his kitchen essentials, though? Maybe. He'll go through what his kitchen essentials actually are and what you might need for your kitchen after this. Prepare cauliflower. Slice.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We are back in the kitchen. Not quite ready for the culinary hotline yet, but you can start warming up your kitchen. Right now, we want to fill the kitchen with what we need. Chef Clem is joining us to chat about his top kitchen essentials and reveal the must-have tools every cook should have at their fingertips. And it's not a huge amount.
No.
Just at the core, you've got to have the right stuff. Yeah.
And I thought it was a good idea to do this now because the price of quality kitchen utensils have come down.
Sure.
And it's amazing. That's a great way to get people into the kitchen and experimenting.
And a couple of staples will get you through the day.
Yes.
You've got to have the right balance.
And the thing is, using the wrong tool for a specific job, sure, we can get by, but you're not having the number one full experience, and you may be damaging the ingredients, or you're not like executing the dish. Exactly, damaging the utensils. So let's talk about it. Let's start with what's right in front of you. So a good pan and a good pot. Now, size does matter. It depends on the size of the people the size of the people you're cooking for. Retract the amount of people you're cooking for every day.
That can be a factor.
Also, maybe. So what I like, the tip is, again, the price of quality cookware has come down, which is lovely. My trick is to focus on, it's not just the weight also, which is a good weighted pan does make a difference, but again, the technology's changed. Now they do things a lot lighter. So look for cookware that you can use on gas, on a normal convection oven, or maybe even induction. So it's a cookware set that you can use wherever, whenever.
Cool.
Another thing that I like is check out the pan and the pot and even the skillet. Try and get it where the lid fits all three. Because when you pack it away, you're not looking for three lids, you got one lid.
Exactly.
There we go. Absolutely. So I like that.
This is essential information as much as essential tools.
There we go.
Cool.
So if you're using non-stick, the reason we brought these out, because if you're using non-stick, you should not be using tongs or anything metal in the non-stick utensil.
That's going to disturb the surface. Okay.
And scratch it up and lose all that non-stick ability. But plus, the non-stick ends up in your food.
Exactly.
So silicone's where we at. So whisk, spatula, and a little bit of a spoony type vibe.
And it looks great.
These are great, not only for using in your non-stick cookware, but when you're actually mixing batter. Silicone's great because it flexes into like the curvature of the bowl, so it actually folds the flour in there.
Okay.
Great. Works in a dishwasher because I don't do. I don't like dishes.
No, but there's nothing worse than getting a full dishwasher and having like 2 utensils that you have to do. So might as well wash it anyway.
Exactly.
Okay. But those look great.
Because I still like I get the South African culture where we braai with a little tiny fork, but I'm concerned about your hands and the fact that at the end of a braai session there's like no hair on your hands.
We've tried many iterations, but there's something about this that becomes the extension of the arm.
It's an extension of your arm, and that's what you need to think about it. And this does a lot of things, not just meat, but sometimes you got the second one in case you need to readjust.
Potatoes,
Potatoes. But
how many times have you touched a hot potato?
In life, in general, just in life.
Hey, come on.
Get a good set of tongs. It really is a game changer.
And it's an investment,
It's an investment. Talking about investments, not a microplate, a fine zester.
Okay.
We use it a lot as chefs. We use it for garnishes and to get like the zest of lemons, lime, those type of things. But it's also a great way, again, the garnishes, a great way to garnish a dish. We use like 1 Brazil nut and we'll microplate it over 6 dishes because it makes things so incredibly fine.
Value. I like that. You also add a little bit of zhuzh to what you're making.
Absolutely.
But it allows you, I suppose, to harness the goodness of fresh ingredients, of fresh zest, of fresh lime. That's a flavor component. It kind of lets you get the oils out yourself, get that beautiful flavor. I like that.
Usually it's parts that we usually throw away. And now we're using it. And again, my big tip is when using feta, I always freeze my feta and I shave it over a dish to get like feta snow. I'm not lying when I say I bought feta last year that I'm still using.
Because it's salty, it goes a long way.
It goes a long way.
But that's such a clever... You're dropping bombs this morning,
But I do. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. A cast iron pan, because you're going to give this to like your great grandkids. If you look after a cast iron pan, it's going to last way longer than you.
And the flavors of generations worth of food are going to be passed down as well.
It will be in there.
What is the value of a cast iron pan?
It's in value. What is it valuable?
It's in value. It's in value. Yeah.
So the fact that this guy pays for itself, okay? In fact, you use it on a braai, you use it on any heat source, it just survives. It's cast iron. And the thing about looking after it makes a huge difference. This is enamel coated. You get the ones that are not enamel coated, which is a little more you can be a little more abusive with it.
Oh, really?
You know?
Oh, wow.
The enameled doesn't scratch easily, but I still try to
can
look
take
after
some
it.
damage,
Yeah,
sure,
I still try to
okay.
look after it, so I still use non-stick in the pan. Quick one. Chef Knives.
Oh,
Thank you to the whole industry for making quality chef knives come down in price dramatically. You can now get an amazing chef knife for like what I paid for as a student. You can get it for a tenth of the price today.
I love it, and that is when we talk about an investment piece for your kitchen. Once you start using a proper knife, you get so much more out of your ingredients. Let's take a stroll over to
Let's do it.
our busy
Let's
little
do
kitchen
it.
here.
You go over there.
I've been staring at these cauliflowers, and they look wonderful. And I think as an introduction into veggie food, this is the way to do it. And I think Norms might be joining us in just a moment. She's going to weave her way around.
Do you want to go take a... There we go.
Because you can't have the Springbok woman in the house and not provide a feast for them.
No.
And I would imagine in there can maybe not a huge amount of veggie action going on. So we're going to hopefully open their eyes.
I want to ask a question. What is the diet like? Is it how the diet's constructed? Are we doing damage
You know
today?
what?
Are we okay?
I'm going to let you ask that question
Let's
right
go,
now.
let's
Listen, oh, you're my sweet, sweet friend. Thank you for not destroying my work wife, okay?
Chris
in our
can't through, we
fitness
can't
segment. This is Clementine. He is the most amazing chef in the world.
Oh, thank you.
He really is.
Good morning, nice to meet you.
I'm here to challenge you, though.
Oh!
I'm the plus
Let's
one
go,
today.
Chris.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, now. But true question, when it comes to your diet, how strict are you, or how strict are the team when it comes to your diet?
Very strict.
Okay.
Like,
Are we doing damage today, though?
not really. I mean, you can just now and then reward yourself.
All right. Okay. There we go.
We're rewarding you today.
So we're going to do some beautiful, I want to say, buffalo little cauliflower nuggets. So we know chicken nuggets, cauliflower nuggets. Oh, buffalo chicken nuggets. We're swapping out the chicken for cauliflower. And I feel like cauliflower she's carrying a lot. She does a lot. She's been turned into pizza bases, into bread, into sauces.
Into pasta?
Into pasta. So, I mean, honestly, champion vegetable right there. It's very, very easy. So we're going to break it up into little mini florets. I'm going to maybe ask you to do that.
Yeah, I'll
okay?
definitely.
You can grab anyone and then just start snapping it off by hand even. I don't even think you need a knife.
as well.
Yeah, G, you can go as well. Just break them off. I'm going to make a quick batter, so I need that whisk.
This is quite satisfying.
Yes, it is.
That's a rage.
Been hearing that sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got
Like
some...
a breaking tendon or no, you don't want to hear
Oh,
any
no.
of that.
No,
you don't
no,
want to hear
no.
any of that.
No,
okay.
no.
Okay, self-raising flour, we're going to make a quick batter. A little bit of liquid goes in. And then to that, salt, a little bit of pepper, spice and cayenne and paprika mixed together. What is this?
Onion powder.
Onion powder. See, we don't pretend to know, we don't pretend to know everything in the studio. We ask questions.
It was either garlic powder or onion powder.
There you go.
I wouldn't have known.
It gets quite thick, so I'm going to grab some water. You guys are doing a great job. Okay.
Thank you.
Talk among yourselves along.
Is there anyone in the team who gets handy? Because, I mean, you've got some big, strong frames in this team that must require a large calorie load going in. Is there anyone in the team who has to constantly be brought food to, like, calm them down? Who's the hangriest?
Yes, it's Sizo. It's Sizo, and she's here. It's definitely Sizo. Like, she's forever eating. Like,
But
when you see her, she's eating.
she trains hard. It's calorie in, calorie out. You know, it's an exchange. Okay. Well, I'm certainly not going to call her on that, okay? You've seen her. She will be the first person
plenty.
to taste test for us this morning. If you'd like to try, no one gets left behind. No. I like our florets. Mine are getting a little bit big.
Okay.
Does it matter? Can we be rustic? Can they
Yeah,
be big?
it
Can they
doesn't
be small?
matter. I kind of like the idea of having them different sizes. So the smaller ones are going to be softer, and the bigger ones will have a little more crunch because they
Bit
take
more
more
bite
time to
back.
cook.
Okay.
And I think that's how you add texture to a dish. A little bit of crunch in your cauliflower is great. So oil's busy going. This dish, you could pop them in the air fryer. You could pop them in the oven as well. The truth of the matter is the crisp when you deep fry is going to be the best. So, but because of, like you said, the diet that you're on and how strict it is, air fryer would be bomb for this one. So let's imagine we're also doing an air fryer version, but we're going to batter our cauliflower, so a little bit of flour. I think that bowl was meant for something else, but hey, it's okay.
It's an exciting bowl.
we're
It's
gonna-
an expensive skillet or whatever
It
you
is,
call it.
it really is. Yes, if you can do that. So we need something dry that's going to stick to the wet. So our dry is going to be our flour. And you can also season the flour if you want salt and pepper, get some extra flavor in it.
So this is physics right now,
It is.
hey?
Do we have?
It is. It's science. So we do in the kitchen.
Science and sport together.
That's looking good. Gooi it in,
I will
absolutely.
call it in.
And then you give it a toss in the little dish, and then you get it all nice and cooked in the flour.
Oh, so in every little nook and cranny. Okay, I get it. If you want to cook along with us at home, there is a QR code popping up on your screen. Just open your camera, give it a scan, and start creating your own delicious Collie Pops. I'm going to call them.
Oh, nice. I like the name.
Yeah,
Eh?
I like the name.
Nice
Okay.
for game day. I'm just saying. Okay, delicious. What is it about the cauliflower that lends itself? Is it the meatiness, umaminess?
It's not actually the umaminess. I think it's the texture, number one, and it's neutral flavor. But and then when you roast it, slow and slow, it becomes buttery.
Yeah, it's got like a nuttiness,
Yeah.
almost, something that comes out. Yeah.
And I think it's great because kids also they don't like sharp flavors. So something like a cauliflower works really well, especially when you just douse it in cheese
I was
sauce.
going to say you could hide it behind cheese and crumbs.
Absolutely. So I think that's what makes it so attractive. And I mean, the truth is, cauliflowers used to cost less, but then there was the big low carb craze. So the price of cauliflower went up, but still the versatility that came out of the cauliflower just made it worth its weight in gold. So I love a
I
cauliflower.
like it. And I suppose if you are, because how much do you have to kind of look into or lean into, okay, I need this much protein to build the muscles because I've taken this much out. Like, they must be pretty nuanced with you from a nutritional level of what goes in, hey?
We do have something like a plate with a percentage, like how many fat you have to eat, and then protein and stuff like that. But I don't usually go for that. I'll just
You're one of
with
those.
whatever I can-
Yeah, exactly. I know, and some people have the genetics on their side, and that's fine, okay? If someone can have bigger muscles just naturally, okay, because of genetics, I can eat whatever I want. It's fine. I like that. Would you try this at home?
Yes, I would definitely. It looks yummy too.
And it is easy as well to kind of put together, so I think it is a good dish. And this recipe also came through by Tiffany, by the way.
Oh,
all the recipes today, so thank you to her for
Thank
that.
you, Tiff. You're an absolute. She is our kitchen fairy. So basically, Tiffany creates all of the magic on the show. Then Clem, myself, and Carissa steal the thunder in the last 5 minutes,
Absolutely.
and pretend that we've made it.
I just hope Simi and Zinta are watching. I'm trying this
We'll
out.
bring them in for taste test. So we're going to keep on frying them off, and we're going to do low and slow as well, like I said. However, I've got a version of this dish where you can actually just slice a whole cauliflower in half, coat it in the flour, coat it in the batter, coat it in some panko crumbs, and deep fry half a cauliflower
Get out of town.
chunk.
No.
It'll work really well. The only tip I'd say is maybe steam the cauliflower for a few minutes so you don't end up with too much crunch.
Okay.
But yeah, it's delicious. So I think we're going to do a taste test with the team. So we're going to keep on frying some cauliflower, and we're going to see if I'm going to say we. G, did you help us in this one? You did.
I
You broke
kind of feel like I was a hype person of
There we go.
sorts. I feel like I was motivational.
You were.
I'm ready. I'm ready to be a +1. Because that's what the
definitely.
ladies require of us. I'm so proud to have the Springbok ladies in the house today. Of course, we are driving #+1 because they need us in their corner. We are building towards a World Cup and a massive game this weekend. So if you can get to Athlone Stadium, it is going to be a special place to be. But of course, if you're in our kitchen, you want to get close to this space, and we'll do a little taste test after this. We've got a lot to make of our Collie Pops. I think that's going to stick.
It's going to stick.
I'm so here for that name. Collie Pops sounds so good as they're sizzling away. Let's find out which outfit you want to go for. Okay, not yet, not yet. We've still got the two options that we're getting into, the denim on denim moment, and then of course the all white moment. Still in denim though, because we know Woolies is all about the denim right now. And it's your last chance to vote. Feel good family, get in touch and let us know, would it be option 1 or option 2? All you have to do is head over to your socials. You can find us at Expresso Show, and then hit your votes in, put them in, we'll tally them up and see exactly what I'm changing into in just a little bit. We can't wait to get into that on the other side of this break. So use your time wisely, and we'll see you now.
And we're having such a beautiful time here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And friend, I know we still got so much more to do, but first, let's have this conversation. Have you ever gotten the toddler flu? Me and my friends dubbed it this because we know that daycare can sometimes be filled with so many germs, and your niece, your nephew, your child will come back not feeling so great, and then you take it on. But more than anything else, in the winter months, it can be so difficult to keep our babies healthy. But this is why we've got the Linctagon team who has all of the answers, and we know 100% just how much we can trust them, because they always come through with how, in fact, we can help our kids' immunity. And today, we've got someone who's going to break it down for us in terms of how exactly that works. So, everyone, let's give her a feel-good welcome. It is Dr. Joan van Beenham. Doctor, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
I'm amazing, thank you. I do know that it can be so difficult to keep our babies really healthy in winter. How can parents really help their kids' immunity?
Yeah, so the first thing, Daniela, is for them to make sure that their immunity is strong. This is by giving them a daily immunity syrup or something just to strengthen it.
Yeah.
And then, as we said before, as soon as they start getting sick, so I think sometimes I see with my friends as well, the parents wait a bit before they start treating them. They think, okay, maybe it's going to blow over, maybe they're not so sick. But as soon as they have that first sniffle or their nose is running, you start with either the Linctagon syrup or the Linctagon effervescent. You have to start fast and continue giving it to them.
You start the battle early.
Start the battle early.
Yes. I also know that, you know, it can be sometimes really difficult to trust certain medicines for our kids. But we know that there's Linctagon Junior. You know, what is that range really all about? And how much can our parents actually trust it for the kids?
Yeah, so I think most people know Linctagon and they trust it already for adults. So it's that same good pelargonium with all the research on it that Nativa has invested in.
Yes.
It's only in the Linctagon range as well for the kiddies. It's age appropriately formulated, and what's true for the adult range is actually true for the kiddies one as well. It is that same synergy, those same ingredients that work so well together, the same strength of the pelargonium, and that is what gives it that uniqueness. And obviously, as you know, it's been around for more than 20 years, so people can definitely trust it, and it is South African, so we can feel very proud.
Exactly. I love it. No DNA, just RSA. That's what we always say, 100%. But on top of that, I mean, you know, there's always just that conversation around parents in terms of just using medication for their kids in general. So now, I mean, I already know the answer to this, I think, because we know that Linctagon has always got our backs. But is there a risk to giving our kids Linctagon Junior?
Yeah, so first thing that I have to say is it's always a good idea to go to your pharmacist or your healthcare practitioner just to make 100% sure. But the Linctagon range is, it differs, the different formats, but it is usually safe from 2 years onwards, and you just use it as directed on the box or the patient information leaflet.
Beautiful. Now, Doc, you mentioned this earlier on about how as soon as our kids start getting sick, we should just get in with the medication. Now, when I know that I can see my child is sick, let's say as a parent, what exactly am I looking out for in terms of symptoms so that I can detect it as early as possible and start with the medication? But then on top of that, you know, is this something that we can use as a daily immune booster as well?
Yes, so Linctagon caters for that as well. We do have a daily syrup that kids can use, but as you said, it is very, very important to start treating them immediately when they get sick, because the virus replicates very fast. So kids usually they start with just being a little bit lethargic. Maybe their nose is running. They might say their throat is sore. They might even have a slight fever. So you can immediately see it. They may be a little bit less active than before. So that is when you want to start with the Linctagon as fast as possible to make sure that you stop the virus in its tracks, work on the root cause, address the symptoms, and that they can get better faster.
This is beautiful. I feel like no more toddler flu ever now, because we've got the immune booster. You know what I mean? This is amazing. But I also know that for kids, taste is a very big thing.
Yeah, so Linctagon Junior is really delicious. I have to say that there's a lot of adults that sneak some of that in as well, just because it is so delicious. It's got that same synergy. It has no sediment. It tastes well. So you can rest assured that it's not going to be a struggle to get your little one to take it. They're probably going to ask for it when they're not sick. So that's how delicious it is.
Beautiful. And thank you for saying the thing about the adults, because I was going to ask you if, you know, it would be okay for me to also take Linctagon Junior, because we like it sometimes when we have that nice taste. But that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Doc. I feel like you've left us so much better in terms of just the knowledge of when we talk about our kids and just what they can use when it comes to keeping them strong. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And remember, strike as soon as they get sick.
Amazing. Expresso family, we said we'd be having these conversations about how we can look after our kids during these winter months. And now we know Linctagon Junior has got our backs. But wait, There's more. We want you to walk away with a Linctagon hamper with 1,500 Rand. And there's 4 of them on the line. But all you got to do is head on over to social media and enter. And we want to hear what is your Linctagon winter ritual. And make sure you use the hashtag #FeelBetterFaster, because you do when you use Linctagon. Always make sure, though, that you also adhere to the T's and C's. And you can find them on expressoshow.com. And, of course, I need to tell you that the competition ends on the 30th of August. Go enter now, because we want you to be a winner of that beautiful hamper that Linctagon has got for you. You see, the days of the kids feeling weak and getting those germs from the daycare, they're behind us.
Target cold and flu symptoms with all-in-one Linctagon. Now with new Linctagon C plus NAC 200. Use Linctagon and feel better faster.
Thank you, gorgeous lady, for looking after all of us, especially the little ones. It is that season, so we got your back. And luckily, you guys at home have our back. There are those particular moments where we need you to weigh in. And Carissa, she, a little bit earlier, rocked 2 bold denim looks that presented the choice to you. So we've got the dark wash, the ultra high-rise curvy flare jeans. Really love that look, and I think you guys will as well. I think Carissa will just absolutely nail it. And then I like this one, the white-on-white denim skirt and jacket combo. Also very chic and beautiful. We love our denim tuxedos, man. Your votes are in and the suspense is over. But let's take a little gander at what you've been saying. Teresa saying good morning. My beloved feel-good Expresso fam, right back at you. Our gorgeous fashion girly Carissa will look absolutely stunning on option 1. I think in both, but I agree with you. Option 1 is lovely. Roma saying good morning Expresso fam. Again, right back at you. Our gorgeous bubbly Carissa will definitely look great in option 1. I think you're loving Carissa more than even the outfits this morning, and that's awesome. Rose saying good morning fam, hope you'll have a blessed day. I would say number 2, stunning, nice, kind of nice and bright, and suits her skin tone, because you do really know her. I like the depth of investigation here. This is brilliant. Esme saying good morning, both outfits stunning, but I choose option 1 for Carissa today. So I think we have a winner, not out and out because they were both beautiful, but can we see it in person?
Of course you can.
Our bubbly fashion girl.
Canadian tuxedo, kind of. The denim we're picking up differently
cool.
with the peplum shirt and the dark wash denim.
I love the way I can
love
stand here
them.
in studio staring at
Just
you.
admiring. You
Just
can do it. I'm
admiring
so
my
okay with
co-host.
that. And then we've added some neutrals with the animal print. And then, of course, my favorite part is the bag. And then, Graham, I'm going to ask you to do something. You see these little devices. Unclip it so that you can put my bag in it.
Oh, okay, you're going to pop
the bag.
Oh, get out.
Close it up. And then you don't even have to think about the bag on your shoulder. It's just there.
No,
you can't even. Someone's trying to... No, they're not.
You
it's
are.
So cute.
You must play sports because you are hardcore,
baby.
man.
Thank you. The Springbok sold me. The Springbok
do you know what I like, eh? For being so neutral, there are so many little talking points and little pop-offs there. Love it.
The shoes as well, a little bit of a buckle and the point too. Absolutely gorgeous. Well done, Feel Good fam. Zanzi, you've done it again.
And thank you for all the compliments as well. Keep those coming because she is amazing and now she looks amazing. Thank you so much. New denim fits and fits just right. From mom jeans to those skinnies that really show off. You can meet the most wanted denim styles of the season and sustainably made and built to last. These are investment pieces and you can shop them at Woolworths, in-store, online, or the amazing app, or you can just pay Carissa a compliment as you walk past her.
I might give you the bag.
Amazing. Never. Oh, you thought it was your last look? No, you get to look at this the whole rest of the day.
What happens if I keep the bag on my shoulder all morning?
See, now this is why Jonathan Rocksmith always comes in such shiny outfits.
Right?
Because he's got to stand next to you, all right?
And he does look good.
This man stands alone. Let's be honest, he is a gift to all of us, to the musical industry. But of course, he takes us into Broadway in a completely new and exciting and mind-blowing way. And it's one of about 9 productions he is working on right now. So cannot wait to catch up.
Fantastic. I can't wait for you to see what he looks like. He really understood the assignment. And then our very own Oriel, Mr. Nature Boy himself, hits the trails to have his moment out in nature. It's going to be a beautiful one for us to just breathe and enjoy the morning.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso right here on S3. Can you believe an hour's been wrapped? And let's start the second one off with your national news headlines, where a forensic investigation into the 800 million rand oxygen plant tender has revealed fraud and serious procurement failures within the Independent Development Trust. Now, the tender was awarded to a firm that didn't qualify, and the project's budget ballooned from 250 million rand to over 836 million rand. Now, Minister Dean McPherson has referred the matter to the Hawks and called for disciplinary action against several IDT officials. The contract covered installations at 55 hospitals. Now, the report's findings will now feed into broader public procurement reforms. In other news in the country, South Africans are living longer thanks to better healthcare and HIV prevention, with life expectancy now at 64 for men and 69 for women. According to Stats SA's 2025 estimates, fewer children are being born, with the fertility rate falling from 2.78 in 2008 to 2.21 in 2025. Now, rural provinces still show higher birth rates than urban ones. Improved maternal care, immunization, and access to education are key contributors. Now, smaller families may offer children better opportunities through more focused parenting and individual attention. Now, let's look at your international news-making headlines, where British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says the UK may recognise a Palestinian state at the UN in September, becoming the second Western power on the Security Council to do so after France. The move follows mounting public anger over child starvation in Gaza and growing frustration with Israel's stance on aid access and peace talks. Now, the UK wants Israel to commit to allow more aid to enter Gaza, a two-state solution, and stop annexing the West Bank. Israel says the plan rewards Hamas and could undermine ceasefire efforts. Meanwhile, at least 4 people were killed and hundreds injured in Luanda as taxi drivers launched a strike over rising fuel prices. The unrest triggered looting, property damage, and clashes with police, who arrested over 500 people across 2 days. Now, protesters attacked public buses and private vehicles, with dozens of shops where they were vandalized. Now, the government recently hiked fuel prices by 33%, prompting widespread anger in Africa's second largest oil producer, where poverty and hunger are pushing back to the brink. And closing off, welcoming yet another citizen home, it's U.S. singer Sierra, who's officially become a citizen of Benin, one of the first public figures to do so under a new law welcoming descendants of slaves back to their ancestral homeland. Now, in a joyful Instagram post, the Grammy winner said she felt honored and also thankful. The West African country launched the, quote, My Afro Origins Law, end quote, last year, offering citizens to people with roots in the transatlantic slave trade. Now, Sierra received her citizenship in a ceremony that was very special in Cotonou, with Benin's government calling it a symbolic return to one's roots. The move also aims to boost cultural tourism. Now, just last week, filmmaker Spike Lee and his wife were named ambassadors for African Americans in the U.S. A beautiful movement has started, and let's see who else we can welcome home to the continent. That is the last bulletin for this Wednesday morning. Let's get into that last bit of sporting highlights with Gray.
Let's start with the national honours. First off, we love achievements in the water, and Peter Coetzee, he certainly did the honours. He claimed South Africa's first medal at the World Aquatics Championships in Singapore yesterday, winning gold in a hotly contested 100-metre backstroke final with a new African record to boot, 51.85 seconds. Chris Smith also impressed her, reaching the 50-metre breaststroke final in a personal best of 26.77 seconds. The award season has begun locally, and Mamelodi Sundowns playmaker Lucas Ribeiro Costa, he understandably dominated the PSL Awards last night, scooping 4 major trophies, including Footballer of the Season. Well done, young man. Orlando Pirates teen star Relebogile Mafokeng, another young man, claiming 2 awards, while Sundowns' Miguel Cardoso was named Coach of the Season, also understandably. Congratulations to all involved. Now let's get on to cricket, and skipper Mohamed Bulbulia smashed 130 of 93 deliveries to lead South Africa's under-19s to a dominant 107-run victory over Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe in their youth ODI Tri-Series fixture yesterday. So backed by 50s from Jorik van Skalkwyk and Adnan Lahdin, the South Africans, they posted 346 for 9. Pretty impressive. Anati Kitshini backing them up with 3 for 34 with ball in hand, as Zimbabwe were limited to 239 for 9 in reply. Now we get back into our cycling action in France as Lorena Vives, she edged out the yellow jersey holder Marianne Vos in another thrilling sprint to win stage 4 of the Tour de France Femmes. So backed by a dominant SD Works team, they really did protect her. Marked her second straight stage victory, looking very strong. Then Ireland's Laura Gillespie, she finished third, while Dutch rival Demi Vollering, she stayed in contention, crossing safely with the rest of the peloton. And that's where we're going to leave our sporting headlines on a jam-packed Wednesday. Of course, the culinary arts take over in just a moment. But yes, we do some official warnings to put out there. I think the roads are definitely waking up. Let's get the latest.
Thank you, Gray. Let's see what your roads are doing in Cape Town. There's congestion on the inbound ramp to Jakes Gerwel. Expect delays on that side and do allow for some added travel time as you head on out. Now let's move over to KwaZulu-Natal, where there is congestion on the N2 northbound, and that is between EB Clutter Interchange and M7 Interchange, Edwin Swells. Expect delays and do remain patient as you also head on out. Well, let's move over to Gauteng and Centurion, where there is a stationary vehicle on the N4 eastbound at Rousseau Road. Now the left lane is closed, so please drive carefully and of course remain vigilant. We do want you to arrive alive, happy and in good condition wherever you're going this morning. That is where we leave your roads. Let's see your weather for the final time. Well, in your weather news, the South African Weather Service has issued multiple warnings for today. But let's start out here, where a yellow level 2 alert for damaging winds is in place over the southwestern Northern Cape, posing problems for high-sided vehicles. And in the Eastern Cape, winds may damage temporary structures and spark runaway fires in Dr. Beyers Naudé. Now, Chris Hani and Joe Abbey districts face wind-related power and communication issues. Tomorrow, a yellow level 2 warning for damaging waves is forecast from Alexander Bay to Plettenberg Bay, alongside bitterly cold, wet and windy weather that's happening across parts of the Western Cape. Well, let's get into that sunrise view to close off your weather for this Wednesday morning. And representing GQ Ebeja, we have Amelia sending a beautiful image on through. It just feels like a summer's day, that sun shining on all of our faces, saying good morning, Amelia, and the rest of South Africa. Thank you, Amelia, for abiding by your citizen duties and sending through your morning show, your morning view on the Feel Good Breakfast Show. Really is such a gorgeous one, and keep them coming on our WhatsApp line. It will remain open for Thursday as well as Friday on 063 036 9649. For now, though, here's a final look at your temperatures for what you can expect today.
Crazy outdoors, and that's okay because it's going to get crazy indoors as well, because if you punt or push or play your lotto plus 1, lotto plus 2, there's 23 million rand waiting in that estimated jackpot today. So please, you could become the next big winner, but you've got to shoot your shot. So you can play lotto for an estimated 16 million rand, lotto plus 1 for 1 million rand, lotto plus 2 for a further 6 million rand today. So today. Get your tickets. Go in store as soon as they open. As we always say with a big smile, the karma, okay, generate the good stuff. Go online with a smile, nationallottery.co.za. You can go online with the mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup. Generally has a drop down. You can just dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Either way, just do it, and we'll keep the details up on our social pages so you got no excuses. You can put yourself in the line to win massive. There's a lot of +1, a lot of +2 for 23 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. Oh, so please play now. You can see I'm fanboying big time right now. It's almost like one of my favorite musical stars in the whole world is sitting at the piano in our studio.
It couldn't possibly be me. And also, I've been outraced, but I don't mind at all. Jonathan joins us in studio. Jonathan Rocksmith is here, and we'll give him a feel-good welcome, but a little one for now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everybody. Okay, Jonathan, we'll give you an official welcome in just a bit, but he comes up in a little, and then also we have to check in with our nature boy. We haven't seen him in a minute. That's because he's been out in nature. He has his moment with #Jacobs, and we can't wait to get into that soon. And look, I'm still wearing my bag.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This morning we are feeling not good but great because Jonathan Rucksmith is one of South Africa's most celebrated musical theatre stars. And guess what? He joins us in studio. And he also returns to Johannesburg with something so special. It's My Favorite Broadway, a dazzling new production backed by the Igoli Symphonic Orchestra and powered by cutting-edge immersive audio technology. We'll find out all the details of that in just a bit. And he's here to tell us what makes this concert series truly one of a kind. So please let's give him a proper Feel Good welcome.
Thank you so
yes,
much.
welcome back,
Thank
Jonathan.
you.
Thank you for being here. Also, thank you for stepping up and just showing us how we should be dressed at 6 a.m.
This is just a Wednesday for me. This isn't even from the show. This is
You
I mean,
woke
this
up-
is spa.
You know what? Yes. I say, no, well, actually, I was told this, don't dress for the weather, dress for the occasion that you want to be in, right?
Absolutely.
And this is the perfect outfit for it. But let's talk about your performance and dressing up, showing up, looking incredible. What inspired the concept of My Favorite Broadway?
I was overseas for a few years doing the Phantom of the Opera World Tour. And last year, friends of mine, the Howards, they're known as Adam and Belinda Howard, ran the studio that I used to do all my albums at. And they became producers, just as you do. And we sort of coincided the idea of doing another show together, because we did a Christmas concert in 2023 called Swingle Bells with the Johannesburg Big Band. So Adam wasn't content just having a big band. He wanted his own orchestra as well. So he just sort of put it together, as you do. And he said, well, you know, we want to do a concert again. Would you be interested in coming back? And what became a debut of his new orchestra, as well as my sort of coming home, became My Favorite Broadway, which is essentially looking back at all of the wonderful musicals that I've been in, that I want to be in, and that they'll never let me be in.
Wait, I'm interested in that last part.
Absolutely. And it's a 32-piece orchestra on stage, and we perform songs. We also do some music from musicals. There's stories about the musicals, and everything that you see and hear is 100% live. And it's not just 100% live. It's supported by a sound system that we've never had in a musical environment before in this country.
Right.
A musical theatre environment, I should say. It's called the Elisa Immersive Sound System.
Okay.
And basically, I mean, I'm not a huge sound geek.
Yeah.
But even I am like, this is completely different, because the way they've set the speakers up, there's something like 72 speakers in that theatre now.
Gosh.
And if you're looking at the stage and the harp is over there and the timps are over there, when you're in the audience, it sounds like it's coming from there, not just from a PA system.
Wow.
It's fully immersive, and you're surrounded by the sound. So it's like it's like you're in the orchestra.
Ooh.
So the beauty of that is, if you're watching the show and you know the songs, it's great. Even if you don't know the songs, and there are only like two that people won't know, because Phantom's in there, Cats is in there, Les Mis is in there, you know. But even if you don't know the song, to watch an orchestra play it live in front of you, we all know what it sounds like, but you don't know what it looks like.
And feels like being there on the ground.
But I mean, to watch the violins do that, and the trumpets are raised, and it's just something else entirely.
Oh my goodness, you're getting me excited.
Oh, it's
Wait, is singing encouraged? Because when you said Cats and then you said Les Mis, I'm like, I know those songs.
Oh yeah,
Can I sing along with you?
My opinion, or whether I want the audience to sing along or not, is completely irrelevant, because they just saw me do.
They will.
And it's the most amazing feeling, because people are watching these songs because they've got memories attached to them. So it's very nostalgic.
Yeah.
And it becomes surprisingly emotional. I mean, the first night we did it last Friday, the waves of goosebumps I was having, because you could feel in the audience the relationship with what we were doing. And by the end, it's just this wave that hits you.
Oh my goodness.
Like 1,900 seats in the Teatro, packed to capacity, people having the best time. And I get to just sing songs that I love with people that I love. In clothes that I love. So
exactly, what a combination. And we do love you. So tell me a bit more about your relationship with the orchestra, the Igoli Symphonic Orchestra. How did that come about as well?
So with those albums that I did, a lot of the studio musicians that we booked are also part of various orchestras around the country. So they're now part of the Igoli Symphonic Orchestra. So I know most of the people by name, and I know them as friends almost. And Adam has been a wonderful musician over the years, a studio owner, an incredible engineer in his own right, and now he's a conductor. So the man has got so many strings to his bow He plays the trumpet himself. So, you know, he's very much on the ground with the music and the people. And now he's front and center.
Maestro, my maestro.
He really has, like, completely changed the way people view him.
Wow.
And, I mean, my relationship with the people on stage is, you know, when you've got musicians behind you, you sing better anyway.
Right.
But when those musicians are friends of yours as well,
even
not only do you
better.
feel safe and supported, you're with your mates.
Come on.
So the energy on stage is
It's a
just
jam
electric.
session.
It really is.
Oh my gosh, and we're excited to get into it. I mean, tickets only start at $240 and it goes on 1 to 3 August, so that's this weekend.
That's right.
Only in Jersey though, so I would recommend, catch a flight, go on through. The sounds incredible. It's not sold out, is it?
It almost is. So, in fact, the producers messaged me yesterday, like, we can't believe this, because the first 4 shows were basically sold out as well. And the response from that has gone out, and suddenly people always do this, they book at the last minute.
They do. It's a South African thing.
And then they complain that there aren't enough shows.
They will complain.
Be the exception to the rule, I say.
Agreed. And get on it right now. Please go ahead. You can get your tickets at Web Tickets. And if we haven't given you enough about my favorite Broadway, Jonathan in the flesh with a gorgeous orchestra and the maestro at the front doing the things, have a look at this and it will definitely convince you.
Jonathan Rocksmith, Adam Howard have brought Broadway to our shores.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.
It transported us to Broadway, but with our own people, showing we can do it too.
Acting, the singing, the dancing, he even plays the piano. Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, incredible.
Slick, sexy, beautiful, heartfelt.
And he leaves it all on the stage. And he's literally back where he belongs.
It was absolutely amazing. We do it again and again and again and again and again.
It's the best songs from the best musicals, with the best musicians in South Africa. It's been so special.
That was better than any high I've ever experienced, and it can only happen here, and I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Oh, somebody's getting their flowers. Absolutely love that. We'll keep those details up. And Jonathan is not going anywhere. We are going to get some performances, trademark performances from him in just a moment. So I'm going to take a moment, hashtag with Jacobs right now, because I'm missing Ryle, guys. You don't understand. He's off having an amazing adventure. So I think we should do the same right now. We're going to trade the routine for the rugged and head straight out into the heart of the mountains, as our nature boy does. And I think really tries to motivate us to do as well. He's putting his money where his mouth is. He hit the trails in Paarl, fueled by a little courage, a lot of curiosity, and I think a little warm moment for himself with Jacob. So if you've been craving a breath of fresh air and a spark of adventure, this one is just for you. Well, this one is just for me, but that one is just for you.
Hey, what's happening, Mzansi? Now, I hope you're ready to switch gears, and I mean literally, because we're about to hit the trails and try something new and refreshing with Jacobs by my side. And before we get into anything, we're going to meet our guides for the day. And it looks like Paarl Trails are taking us on an adventure. Hey, gentlemen, how's it going, man? How are you doing?
Morning, morning.
Good?
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited about everything. But I'm still a novice at this and dying to know more about this world of mountain biking. Before we get into it, though, talk to me about this space. Why do you think that mountain biking is sort of like the perfect way to escape and find a way to connect with nature, especially during winter?
So if you just want to let go of all of the chaos from the 9 to 5, you know, everyday worries, stressing about this and that, and everything is just on top of each other, the outdoors is the perfect solution. It's where you get that outside vitamin. If you don't take it, you're never going to know you need it.
I love that, man. So with all the vitamins around us that we get to dive into. Now, talk to me about Paarl Trails. What unique offerings are you giving your guests out here in terms of being able to capitalize on the beauty of these trails?
Yeah, so we from Paarl Trails specialize in mountain biking trails, hiking trails, and running trails. So we pride ourselves on very premium marking. Everything is well marked. You won't get lost And our purpose is not only to get people onto the trails, but to grow the sport and also just benefit all of the venues around the farm. So the idea is not that you just come and ride and then go home. I mean, like, what's the use? Rather come with the family, the husband and the children can go riding, the moms can sit here, pizza, that type of thing.
Oh man, okay, I got you. And anybody that is starting out for the first time, what would you say your top tip is for mountain biking?
Well, my top tip for someone who's just starting is probably the most important thing before you even buying a bike is get a helmet. It saved my life in many times. Good gloves, good shoes. You don't need any other fancy gear.
Well, gents, after all that discussion, I'm definitely excited to get on a bike and hit the trail, so let's go. It always feels so good to step away from routine and just having a moment in nature. It almost doesn't matter what that moment is, but especially when you have a moment like this, the bike with experienced guides, it makes it that much more magical. Knowing that you're safe, you can enjoy yourself and kind of learning some skills along the way. Man, this is precious. It is so cool just flowing down the mountain, finding these lines on the trail. And I think Jacob's reminded me to take a moment to pause and be present in that very, very experience because wow, it was so cool. You know, honestly, I think winter is the perfect opportunity to really slow down, to breathe in the crisp air and take the magic in around you. And especially when you want to warm up, you've got Jacob's 3-in-1 Original, which can do exactly that, which I think just lends that perfect balance of a moment like this. An adventure, a balance of comfort, and when you're looking for it, you've got it right here. Conveniently, perfect to allow me to enjoy these moments, just like I am with the boys. Perfect opportunity to have a coffee and a view, right? If it wasn't for the Paul Trails team, I don't think I would have had this much fun. I probably would have come out here with questions, nerves, a bit of anxiety as well, not knowing the route necessarily, so not being able to push it that hard. But seeing them in front of you, they're kind of showing you exactly where to go. You can kind of just send it. This was incredible, and I think a reminder that all you really need is a bike ride and a warm cup of Jacobs to remind us that trying something new can feel so good, and I think really allow us to enjoy the moment.
Well done. Oh, now I'm missing even more.
I miss Raul so much, man. I know that he's in a mountain. I know that he's enjoying nature.
He's torturing himself in Norway on some glacier, 5-star. Come on, sorry, boy, that you've got to go through these things for the rest of us. But hopefully you're having a hashtag with Jacob's moment out there as well. I feel quantumly connected to him. No, we love being able to have these moments, and we do live a crazy life. He works about 9 different jobs, so give him his time to chill. He's earned that. And we like the idea of warming up when it gets cold outside. And I think the memories made in the moment, those become core memories outside of all the hustle and bustle. So this winter, find your fire, maybe feel that thrill, and keep your cup of Jacob's close and your friends.
Come on, cheers to that.
Creamy coffee in 3, 2, done. Jacob's 3-in-1. Wunderbar.
Can I just say, I'm obsessed with Jonathan. I'm going to just put it out there.
Rightly so.
Like, what a superstar.
I often have to just step away from him because there's just so much
Too
there.
much.
Look at him, look at the face.
I told him he was front and center when God was handing out the looks, the height, the talent. It just goes on.
It leaves some for the rest of us,
Come on,
just
man.
a little bit. No, don't. Take it all for
Take it.
yourself, my friend. You've earned your flowers. He is amazing, and you get to see firsthand why we go gaga whenever Jonathan Rocksmith steps in. He's going to give us a taste of what he loves the most as well within his musical space, which is always interesting to me. And then, what haven't we done with the cauliflower this morning?
Oh my goodness, have we mashed it?
I don't think we have. By that, you mean dropped it by mistake. No, we even accidents can lead to amazing things, but this is no accident. We are looking at veggies through a new light, a new lens, if you will. Chef Clem is going to help us reimagine them with mashed herb goodness and deliciousness.
Throw some protein on there, and we are good to go.
See now?
It's my feel
Welcome back. We are back in the kitchen. Earlier we made some crispy cauliflower bites with raj or ranch dressing and they look so good. Up next we have a cauliflower and herb match served with creamy smothered pork chops. When I said match, I obviously meant mash, but we also are going to be, frying some fat while we're at it. It is the second installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Thank you. I feel like we haven't done that yet. But very interestingly, I thought we were doing vegetables and now we are rendering fat.
Because you said something about protein, so we're going to focus on the cauliflower, but the protein's going to come through with the pork chop. Again, I'm kind of talking about the proteins being... Pork chops actually cost a lot less than your lamb.
That's true.
So if you're looking for like a nice protein source that's easy on the wallet, pork chops do the trick.
And they're sizable.
They are, and you can get them trimmed as like how thick you want it, whatever, get them custom sliced for you. What I did do, I took that fat rind off because I do like it, but the thing is this cooks so quickly and to get the crispiness on the fat rind, it needs a little longer cooking.
Okay.
You don't want to cook it to the point where it's crispy because then this is going to be like...
Dry. Now you've got pork biltong.
It's not going to be dry, it's going to be droog. It's going to be droog. So no, we don't do that. So I take the skin off and let that start rendering. Some of that fat's going to actually come out of the skin and then I'm going to fry the pork chop in its own fat.
Whoa.
Okay.
There are levels to this
There
game.
we go. So got a little bit of oil in at the moment, but that's what's going to be happening.
All right.
In here, we've made a steamer. So I know that a lot of people don't have steamers at home, but you don't have to go out and buy one. You can just DIY it. So
why not?
Big pot. Inside there we've got a colander or strainer, and we're using one that actually kind of fits really well. But even if they don't fit, you can kind of rest it on a bowl at the bottom, and then it's elevated and you're steaming. Obviously, this lid does kind of like fit. Yes, when the fat's kind of rendering, to step back a bit.
Yes.
Okay. So there we go. So we built our own little steamer. So let's grab a cauliflower.
So tell me what's going in, because we also have a voice note. So let's have a listen to what Crystal has to say as you place our beautiful head in the steamer. Hey, Crystal.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Clement.
Government name,
wow. I'd like to know, what is the last ingredient you dip in before you're frying your cauliflower? Because it looks very great.
It looks very good. Okay, the last ingredient you're dipping the cauliflower in.
Also, so refreshing to hear my full government name.
I thought it was Clementine. My bad.
It's Clementine Linctagon. Pedro, you get it right. Get it right. Okay, so the last ingredient I dipped the cauliflower into was panko. So panko is a type of breadcrumb that we love using because it's lighter and it's the actual little flakes are bigger than normal. I will step back. Are bigger than normal breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
So panko gives you a beautiful light, crispy finish on anything that you dip it in before you fry it.
What is panko? Is it kind of like an updated breadcrumb?
It is just the Asian version of a breadcrumb and how the technique that they use to get that breadcrumb, and the rest of the world just took it because we love it so
We
much.
love it so much. I mean, look at I call them cauliflower wings. What do Greg call them? Cauli pops. They look absolutely incredible.
So I'm breaking up some of the cauliflower there and there. I'm going to just put the whole thing in. Put the whole thing in because you can.
Yes, we can.
And that's going to do this thing. Keep an eye on that pork. Let's actually check out what's happening.
So what are we looking for on the other side?
It's good. Golden brown and delicious. We're going to get that crispy cut. So we're going to keep on going. Do its thing.
Do its thing.
Let's talk about the cauliflower. So it comes out of the steamer, super soft, super amazing. To that, we're going to add, we could actually just blend it. And then I'm going to just add some herbs and things to it. You can blend. We're going to go with some parsley. We'll add some parsley at the end again. And then salt, obviously very important. And what's a lot of salt?
Because you did say cauliflower is quite a neutral.
Yes.
So you've got to add and pack in the flavor.
Absolutely. Don't add that much salt. That was a mistake. Okay. So you don't need that much. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm going to add some parmesan to it as well.
Okay.
So pepper goes in. And you can blend. Do your thing. Do your thing.
That's it? No butter, no nothing
And you
else.
can. I've got some melted butter here. As you're busy blending, I'm going to add some. This is...
Wow.
It's soft, right?
Soft.
Zero resistance.
This could be a soup right now.
It's therapy. It's amazing. While you're doing that, I'm going to grate some parmesan.
That's incredible.
And you want to add your parmesan while the cauliflower is still warm, because then it just melts through.
I'm done blending, because then it's
blend again, blend again. There we go. And so yes, blend the cheese through when the cauliflower is warm, so it becomes a beautiful, like, smoothness. What is this? Tiffany left me. I think this is sour cream.
Nice.
There we go. Just do it. Just blend it, blend, blend.
Blend.
There we go. Okay. Now, you're going to test your skills.
Okay.
You're going to do a chefy schmear for me
Yes,
on the plate next to
please.
you. I'm going to check on my pork fat over here.
Okay. schmear is also the official term.
It is, absolutely. Pork chops going in. And if you can season your pork chops...
Do you have
ahead of
advice on
time-
the schmear?
Hey?
Do you have advice on the schmear?
I don't want to give you advice. You got this, you got this. You've been in the kitchen so much and your chefing skills have improved dramatically. You could open up your own pop-up.
I could.
Look at that. Okay, I
Probably
like it.
not
I like
enough
it.
though. That's a portion for nobody.
But now you can, now what you do is take this guy.
Yes.
Get a nice big scoop of the
Then
puree
put it
and
in
go
the
here.
corner. Oh, this side. Okay.
Right at the end. So you're kind of balancing out the weight of your plate. Like a bah.
Oh, wait, I'm going to try again.
Do it again. I'm going to step back. There we go.
Ah,
there we
that
go.
ruined it.
It's okay. There we go. And then we get a little parsley,
Okay.
sprinkle over. You can do some extra Parmesan cheese. I can't give you a medium rare pork chop, so we're going to let it do its thing. Okay, that's going to happen. Let's talk about other options besides doing pork. I mean, doing chicken breast and cauliflower again. It does seem like we're talking about health food. We're not. It's just a vegetable that we underutilize. I
agree.
And it just happens to be really great if you're watching weight or you have your focused diet.
Right. I've heard of cauliflower rice.
Love.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
I eat it raw too.
You can,
Yeah.
and you should. Like
In a
raw
dip.
cauliflower slaw or cauliflower couscous, which is it's served raw.
Yeah.
So much crunch, but it absorbs flavor.
It does.
So it's
like
really,
a sponge.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, like we love onions. We know that onions do everything. Onions, we come through with all the dishes.
Yeah.
Cauliflower needs a crown.
We don't give her enough flowers.
Cauliflowers. But honestly, I love cauliflower and what you can do with it. And the fact that kids love it too, and adults can get creative with it. So
I'm so disappointed in this plate. I feel like a rematch. Please can I do it
you
again?
got another, we can do a smaller version.
Yeah.
Try it. Let's go, let's go.
See, I should have listened to you. I'm going to do my own thing now. Okay.
Okay, chops are looking good. I say we got about 3 minutes. Another thing with pork, we tend to overcook pork a lot in South Africa, and I'm going to get people a bit triggered now, okay?
Yeah.
But just work with me and hear me out. Pork cooked with a thin pink line in the middle is safe. And it's the, I know, I'm just speaking to what we know as from science. Pork with a very thin pink line.
You know as science.
From science. Because people are very scared of pork when they see a tiny little pink line, and for a reason. Obviously, they're like, oh my word, the porks are cooked through, it's not safe. It is. That little pink line means the pork is still cooked, but it still retains some of its juices.
Oh, the moisture.
When we cook it, when it's technically grey in the inside,
Yeah.
it's just chewy and it's difficult, and you don't want that. So once you get like beautiful brown on your thin pork chops, you're almost done.
Okay, well, let that cook away. I'm going to try it a third plate because I still don't have it right, but I'll get there eventually, all right? Right now, though, to just temper the mood a little bit, we've got Jonathan Rocksmith on standby, taking us into a wonderful performance. I just know we're going to be transformed into another person, into another world. You're going to have to keep it down, though. Jonathan, take it away. Come on, bro.
So from cauliflowers to ballads, because that's a segue we could all have in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, as they say, this song, I've been told I must introduce straight to camera 4. So that's what I'm doing right now. And because it's a ballad, it needs a slight introduction of sorts. And if you could imagine this by a full orchestra, not just me at a piano, it's really, really cool. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow,
to do what we do. I'm going to steal the last 10 seconds of your luster and your shine.
Okay, I'll give you some more music.
Yeah, please, I'll
do an
swan in
entrance.
again. Go for it. Thank you. That's the most I've ever been able to swan in my life. From gorgeous starry skies to rich weaves and timeless tones, we take you to the bedroom. Because that's kind of what your voice does. Just a little bit. And that's where things get really exciting. Why? Because the Glamour Fashion Awards is here and we bring you the ultimate plug-in. Okay, can I swan off again? Past camera. Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast
Welcome back. Look, we have a bed in studio just for you. I know it's really early and this looks very comforting right now, but we're going to show you exactly how to elevate it. We want you to get ready to cozy up your bedroom. This season's must-have comforts from Woolworths Home are going to transform your entire living space. From plush textures and rich weaves to timeless tones, Meg Pedro is back and she's here to show us how to elevate every corner of our homes just with effortless style and definitely warmth. It still is the chilly season.
It is.
It is.
It is.
So when we get into bed, oh, we just want to, we want to feel
cozy.
good. Yes, Meg. So tell us exactly what are some of your go-to textures, maybe go-to fabrics as well when it comes to this season.
Yeah, I love that. So winter calls for warmth, right? And there's nothing, we're going to elevate that, right? So I'm talking luxurious velvets. Okay, how stunning is this? This is completely, I wish, you know, it's like smell-o-vision. We need like television. So this velvet is so beautiful and so luxurious. And then you're talking about textures, right? This is a very, very fine texture, but how stunning does it bring in the color palette, right?
I mean, all together, it looks so cohesive.
100%. And then I'm going to ask you to go down to the bottom because I've layered, there's a beautiful chenille. So feel that top chenille blanket.
This is chenille.
Yes. How stunning soft
that's
is that?
nice.
That is part of our, we've got woven blankets and we've got knitted blankets. That is our woven. So only big difference is that knitted is a slightly bigger loop. So when you get those loops that are really like knitwear, chunky, and that's woven, which is slightly a little bit more structured, right? And then that faux fur.
Okay,
you'll
now,
have a faux,
now I'm going back to feel
You'll have a faux fur to feel that.
So good.
Soft, right?
Oh, it's
and that is
soft.
pure cozy comfort all the feel.
Okay, and then also is there a limit to how many textures you can have, how many different sort of feels you can have in your bedroom?
I mean, I'm sure the right answer is probably yes, but I'm going to say no. Because look at this. I mean, there are probably like 6 or 7 different textures just on this bed alone. And how cozy comfort is this?
It looks so good. Also very interesting color, but we'll get into the color in just a little bit.
Yes.
I just want to know how we can actually transform our bedroom spaces, but without doing a full makeover.
Okay, so layering is always the key. When I buy, I tend to buy for various spaces in my home, but also that it kind of matches throughout, because you can see this in your living room, right? You can play around with it and instantly you have a new space. So whether you are layering in your lounge or in your bedroom, it's so nice to have those versatile pieces, and it also makes your home look really beautifully coherent, which I absolutely love. So definitely layering. And now we're talking, I mean, from the faux fur on this microfiber, it's a completely different texture. But microfiber, what's great about it, I often scream about it in winter because it traps the heat in, as opposed to the cottons and the linens that we talk about in summer, which really like is quite breathable. Exactly. And then layering it with all kinds of things. I showed you that cushion in beige last week, and I think
all of
how
can I just hold this for the rest of the
how
show?
stunning.
My
And because
goodness.
it literally flips on the other side,
it
it's got a
does.
beautiful, like almost toweling on the other side, which again, it's instantly a different texture.
Okay, that's amazing. Comfort versus style. Do we have to compromise on one or the other when we're putting our bedrooms together?
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
you're here with the good news. We love it.
Absolutely not. Because again, okay, say we've covered the comfort part of it. I'm going to go into style in terms of your side tables.
Right,
maybe,
let's move on over.
And the little pieces that you have in your home that just elevate it, that add that personality just like an outfit. And I always refer to an outfit because it's like that final touch with us, right?
Goodness, either the perfume, the accessory.
Instantly, your belt, your necklace makes an outfit so different. And it's exactly the same here. So we've got the most beautiful, I mean, wooden textures in your photo frames. And again, photo frames, the easiest way to add personality to a space. I'm going to speak about lighting because I think when we talk about layering, lighting is vital in a space, okay? That is the easiest way that I know it's the evening time because that light goes on.
No overhead lights allowed.
No overhead. I'll put on the overhead light. It is that instant way to just make you feel calm, to switch off the day, to change your mindset. So layer with that. And then, of course, we've got a selection of rugs in Woolies, which is absolutely beautiful. So just doing little bits like that, instant.
You know, when I walked over, the immediate thing I smelled was the diffuser as well.
Completely.
So that adds
diffusers,
to the space.
candles, instantly, it's that layer of comfort. If you've got that cashmere smell, if you've got that like oud smell for the evening, and don't be afraid to switch it up. So vanilla in the morning, maybe lavender in the morning, it's bright, it's awakening, maybe orange. Go into Woolies.
Citrus vibe.
The smells, honestly.
Oh my God, we're so spoiled for choice, if we're being honest. I love that, Meg. Okay, now we can talk about the color because usually when you come through, you bring us neutrals, you bring us something a bit warmer. This is cooler, it's giving charcoal, grays.
Yes.
Why is it so trendy now?
So what I'm loving, everyone at the moment is screaming burgundies and chocolates, which is absolutely fabulous, but it does lean towards more trendy, right? I always talk about neutrals in the sense that these really are timeless. And I know timeless and trendy doesn't often go together, but it really is something that plays along, especially in our fashion. We know that grey is going to come back over and over. We know that neutrals are going to come back over and over. But it's the way that it is and the way that Woolies does it. So we've harnessed grey and charcoal, and you can see the difference. We're not just, you know, one palette here. So I'm wearing more of a warmer tone grey. You can see the cooler tone grey, and that offset on the earthy beiges. Oh,
beautiful.
Luxury.
Pantone color of the year. I'm so here for it. Thank you for always elevating our spaces, Meg. And the fact that you look just as good as the space. I'm like, come on now. I believe her. Always Woolies. They've got our backs. And now we want you to wrap up and also wind it down. Find these items and more at Woolworths. Of course, you already know, available in-store, online, and on the app. I always say at the end of the segment, we deserve to get into the bed. So please do
at some point, we're just going to like dive on in.
I've got to say, I got my hands on one of those super shaggy, furry blankets, and it is so furry and yummy. My cats actually think that it's another cat. They groom it because it is so comfy. I love it. But maybe we want to go a layer below all the final nuanced touches of our scatter cushions to the base layers of color and DIY. And that's when our handy heroes step in, where DIY dreams take shape one clever tip at a time. And these guys have some gems. Today, we are at Linwood Glen at the Colour Shop, specifically in Pretoria. And if you know them, you know them, where passion meets precision. Their go-to advice for a flawless finish: don't ignore the little things. Oh, the devil is in the details. Seal those sneaky exterior hairline cracks with a generous coat of multi-seal. It's the secret to a smooth start. Maybe that's the gem you were looking for today. And then when it's time to paint, well, the team swears by an absolute classic. I've just used it for my own house. Plascon Velvaglow non-drip enamel. Brilliant, hard-wearing, easy to apply, and finished with a soft satin glow that lasts, that's easily cleanable as well. Let's take a look.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from the Colour Shop, Linwood Glen in Pretoria.
This is a family store that was established by my parents about 30 years ago. They've left the business now, and the business has now become a group of family that's working together. What makes me proud of the store is the fact that we take full interest in the client's needs. Our customers are people that typically enjoy personal attention, people that want to have a stress-free painting experience. What I like about my customers is we have very nice customers. If you treat the customers well, they'll treat you well. What makes us the best store to buy Plascon from is quite simple. We stock a lot of Plascon's products, and if we haven't got it, we can get it for you the next day. The thing I like most about Plascon is the fact that Plascon sells itself. It's been in the market for many years, everybody knows it, and we get people asking for it. Velvaglow solvent base was the first of its kind on the market, and it's still the best product on the market. It's very hard wearing, and it gives you a nice satin finish. The best DIY tip I have for painting outside of your house is the big cracks you can work on, but the small plastic cracks, they look like maps. Those cracks, all that you have to do is use multi-seal, paint a thick coat over it so that you don't see the crack. Our motto at the Colour Shop in Linwood Glen is to add colour to your life.
Today's handy heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
And I stress the word together. You've got to tackle projects like that with someone in your corner. It really does help. And thank you to all of the handy heroes who have helped me on my journeys. And thank you to Plascon, because it's the paint that delivers. It really does.
It really does. Speaking about delivering, when it comes to looking glamorous, of course, we have to go inside the Fashion Awards with the ladies behind it. Nontando is here as well as Tanya, and I can't wait. I mean, look how good they look.
They look exquisite.
Wow, at this time of the morning, and they're coming through to tell us all the juicy details about our award winners.
Oh, man, and we've been preaching, live the essence of Madiba every day, not just on Mandela Day or Mandela Month. And ABSA are proving that with every move they make at the moment, and they've made a big one this particular month to honour Madiba. Cannot wait to plug you into that. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it is your feel-good breakfast show, and we are in the business of making you feel even better. Right now, we turn our eyes towards Glamour, who recently hosted another dazzling edition of its Fashion Awards. And today, we're catching up with two of the creative forces behind the brand's iconic style. We've got Editor-in-Chief Nontando Mphoso and Fashion Director Tanya Durant. With more than 15 years in media, Nontando brings a dynamic editorial voice that champions individuality and pop culture, while our gorgeous Tanya's bold eye for style has helped shape Glamour's fashion identity for nearly a decade. So I think they definitely deserve a feel-good welcome for our powerhouses. Let's go! Welcome, ladies.
Thank you, Carissa.
Thank you for being here. It's always nice to see you, whether it's like out there in the event streets or even here early in the morning. So thank you for honoring the invitation. But let's talk about the Fashion Awards this year. What was the idea behind it? What were those moments leading up to the big moment? Because honestly, it's one of those anticipated events of the year that everyone's got their eye on.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our global Glamour's Most Glamorous Awards.
Yeah.
It happens every year. And the process starts like way back, because the team and I, we sit and we comb through names, we comb through visuals until we arrive to the final 12.
Yeah. And how did we get to this point in terms of the decor, in terms of the invitation, the look, the feel, the aesthetic?
It's quite a massive project. It's like everything needs to speak to the brand, it needs to speak to the messaging behind the awards. So it's quite a lot of behind the scenes until, of course, the day. It has to have a pink carpet, it has to have who's who on the guest list, and of course our amazing winners.
Yeah, it's kind of like giving the Met Gala, but in South Africa. I love it. I mean, you mentioned 12 gorgeous women walked away with that award that everybody wants on their shelves. I mean, some of our favorites were there as well. And also some people, I would say, I was catching up on socials, that I'm glad got their flowers.
Yes.
Because especially in the fashion world, you follow them and they may not have a million followers, but their style really,
100%.
really stands out. So how did we go about that? And can you tell me a bit more about the winners?
Yeah, I think if I can just jump in and interject, it's just that, as Nontando said, you know, it's a gruesome process. It's very much a team effort. And so throughout the year, we're looking at certain people's style, you know. We obviously know that the influencer base, the celebrity base, you know, it's not very big in South Africa. So when you are making waves, you are doing something amazing, you are going to be noticed. And so the winners that we came across, I'll profile one specifically, was Landa Wheelish. Last year, she was part of the Reader's Choice, and she didn't win last year. But this year, she came back as an actual winner. You know, and from the time that she was part of that list last year, up until now, she's elevated her game. She's grown in that space. And so for me, she's a perfect example of, you know, yes, you were recognized then. We had our eye on you. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way that you maybe hoped. But if you continue to just elevate your game, do what you need to do, because fashion, right, we can have fun with it. We have fun with fashion, and that's the most important thing. And I think each of our winners embodies that. Yes, fashion is important, but definitely have fun.
It's about more than that. And Tanya sums it up quite beautifully. And also the mixture, the combination of like big personality and like the young
Tando
ones.
was in there.
Tando Tabete,
100%.
Tandi Somazwai, the former Miss SA, Natasha Verma. So it's quite, and then you have your Yolanda Willie, Zolega, Filala. So it's a combination of different personalities that speak to fashion and style.
And I love that. Thank you for honoring people on the periphery and also people that we see every day on our TVs or on our radios. It was really great to see that combination of everybody being celebrated. And we hope more of that going forward as well. When it came to the judging process, who was on the panel? How did that go about to get to the final moment? And were there any fights?
There's always fights. There's always fights.
So we regulated by Condé Global, so we have our own internal rating system as well as the Glamour team, because we are the brand and we represent what the brand speaks about. So we are the judges.
Did you have favorites that you were rooting for, or was it kind of like everybody is going here, everybody is going there?
A bit of this, a bit of that. We all have, you know, like I have my favorite. She has the
Spill
team.
the tea. No, spill the tea. We see all of them on our screens, but Natasha,
So it's kind of a fun process.
Yeah, no, but we do fight. When we had our final meeting, there was some, you know, some fights in there, but all in good fun. No, but all in good fun. We obviously have to motivate why we feel this person is deserving of this award, because as Nontando mentioned, it is a global entity. You know, it's international. So for us, it's very serious as well in who we nominate, because we know the whole of South Africa is watching.
We were watching, and let me tell you, the girlies on the ground, because again, I was checking IG, and they were saying for the first time in a while, it's like we all agreed. We were like, it's so obvious that this needed to be the winner, because even again, if they don't have 1 million followers, we were like, no, Landa's cool, Naliani as well.
Yeah, the Reader's Choice winner,
she's incredible. So thank you for also doing that.
And that was our readers that nominated. Yeah, she won because of their vote.
Sure, because she's been putting in the work. So
Yeah,
that's
She's amazing. She's doing fabulous.
And now they get honored by Glamour. Imagine. All right, let's talk about trends going forward. Spring summer is knocking. 2025 is going to be the festive season like we've never seen. What can we expect going forward? Can we prepare our wardrobes? What are we doing?
Definitely. I think it's a no-brainer for summer 2025 is butter yellow. Like, unless you've been living under a rock, you would know.
And we also unpack it in our upcoming issue.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Accessories. Grandma's brooches are back, guys. Yes.
Whoa, I didn't see that one coming.
It was all on the runways. But we don't want to give too much away. You have to pick up the new issue of Glamour when it drops, guys. Please do.
I'm just imagining the butter yellow with the brooch. It might be giving vintage, but
100%.
Imagine like a vintage suit.
Yeah.
Oh.
In butter yellow. I've got one dress that I'm going to wear to death.
Amazing.
If
Love
you
that.
I'll wear it to every event. But let's get into just the empowerment and inclusiveness of what you guys do at your magazine and also this award show. Can you talk to me a bit more about that, especially when it comes to women?
It's a huge honor, and basically because you also get that global stamp of approval from a brand like Glamour. So you have that with you, and the recognition, because like looking at our previous winners, like it's an elevation in your career, the spotlight is on you, so it does like find us just looking pretty and getting that trophy.
Absolutely. Okay, so you guys are obviously stalwarts in your different spaces within the fashion industry. We love to see it. You've earned the right, you've earned your space, but in your respective roles, what is one piece of advice that you could give to somebody, whether they want to become an editor of a magazine or they want to be a boss within the fashion editing space? What would you say to them today?
I would say, do you. Individuality is what stands out. Work hard, literally put your head down and work hard and put in the work. That's what got us here.
Yeah.
It always gets rewarded.
Yeah. My advice would definitely be contact other creators that you look up to. You know, because in this industry, you kind of have to have a body of work. So shoot your shot, I would say. Like, that's what I did. I contacted a very prominent stylist within South Africa, and she was so gracious to me when I reached out to her many, many years ago. And she invited me on set, and that was my first experience being on a set, you know, a fashion set. So for me, definitely, you have to be bold. You have to go after what you want. It would be nice to just have everything handed to us, sure. But in life, we actually have to just be fearless and bold, you know? And it's okay to make mistakes along the way. You're not going to get it right every time, nor should you. So, yeah, definitely shoot your shot, be bold, be fearless, and just believe in yourself. And as Nontando said, who you are is what's going to get you to where you want to be. I didn't compromise on who I am, neither did Nontando. Shop in spaces as individuals.
Yeah, and look at you guys now. Honestly, it's such an inspiration. Nontando, Tanya, thank you for joining us
so much.
today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Come back soon, please. Oh my gosh, sound advice from the greats within the fashion industry. I hope you were sitting there with a pen and paper, okay? Because you won't get this anywhere else. The scoop on all things to do with glamorous living as well as a fashionable life. It's right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, I love that. That's kind of our spirit animal for today. Shoot your shot. At some point, Jonathan Rocksmith, who's now enjoying the flowers, the pinnacle of his career, had to shoot his shot. The doctor we're going to introduce you to in a moment, who's changing pediatrics, had to shoot his shot. So I want you guys to think about doing that right now. Now, I'm joking because this could be the shot that you want to shoot on another level. If you play your Lotto Plus 1 and your Lotto 2. There is 23 million rand up for grabs today. So come on, try your hand. You can become the next big winner. You can play your lotto for 16 million rand, lotto plus 1 for a further 2 million rand, and then lotto plus 2 for another 6 million rand today. Go and get your tickets as soon as they open in store. If that's your vibe, you can go online right now, nationallottery.co.za, and you can use their mobile app, your own cell phone banking setup, or you can just dial *120 *7529# for USSD. We'll keep those deets up on the Expresso socials so you can check them out and then put yourself in the running to win big, playing your lotto, lotto plus 1 and lotto plus 2 for 23 million rand in the jackpot today. All the best of luck. Now, I think you can feel the positive energy welling within me as we, I think, continue to shine a light on incredible individuals and organizations over Madiba month. I think Nelson Mandela would be most proud of this particular individual. We're going to introduce you to a doctor that is literally changing the way we take care of our children. And now, I think, providing a true north for the rest of the South African medical fraternity, but the world, this continent to follow. This is massive, and he gets honored. He gets his flowers as well. And then, of course, we continue to honor the legacy of Tata Madiba, and we've got some powerhouse brands lending a hand as well. We'll see you for that after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to what has been the most wonderful show this morning. We are getting positive energy from every source we plug into today, and this is just on another level. As Mandela Month continues, we are celebrating South Africans whose work is changing the world around us. Now, one of those individuals is Professor Anthony Fagaji, a leading pediatric neurosurgeon at UCT and the incredible Red Cross War Memorial Children's Hospital. Very good friend of ours. His pioneering research into traumatic brain injuries in children has just earned him the very prestigious Harry Oppenheimer Fellowship Award and could potentially halve child brain injury deaths in Africa. Halve them. It is incredible. Today we're going to dive into his journey that I kind of feeling is just getting started, the science behind his life-saving work and why this research matters for South Africa and the world right now. But can we acknowledge the award first off with a round of applause from our non-existent studio audience. I'm sorry, we do try. Our poor cameramen have to let go of their cameras to applaud because it's warranted. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
I know, and we were joking, that you clearly can't do this kind of work for this sort of validation because there is a lot of work that goes into it and it requires you to really push boundaries. But how does it feel when your fellows, when the industry around you, when that strategic network that you need to engage with you and buy in, validates the work that you do on this level? How does this feel?
Well, I mean, of course it feels great because it's a validation of a lot of work by many people, in fact, over a really, really long period of time, sometimes without that reward. The main reward, of course, is that you get the capacity to make a difference.
To help young
and so that's what, so it feels good, yes, But the real satisfaction is that it gives you greater capacity to make a difference.
So in this case, how does it unlock the next phase of what you've been doing? And I know it must be difficult to see the wood from the trees because you are in it every day in a practicing space. So you're living it with live patients every day. But talk us through why you received this award.
Well, there are several levels. So the project really is about trying to understand the brain and making a difference. But the context is broader because the context is about children. And so one of the things that we're campaigning for is, like Nelson Mandela would say, you have to prioritize children.
That's where it
and it's not only because they're a vulnerable population. Everybody kind of gets that. But in an African context, people don't always realize that there are, in fact, more children and adolescents in Africa than there are adults.
Wow, that's a burden on social development structures.
And we know much more about the adult brain than we do the childhood brain. And that's true for half the population. And that means that if we don't know enough about the childhood brain, we can't treat it effectively.
We are underserving more than half the population.
Absolutely. And so it's not just about doing right by children, it's about securing our future. It's estimated that in 10 years' time, there'll be more young people entering the workforce for the first time in Africa than the rest of the world combined.
Wow.
So if we don't get it right now,
it's a gateway.
It's the future of our continent at stake.
And I love the way you're looking at that because you have to be so practical and hands-on with, I mean, we're talking about quarterback stuff when you're operating, when you're in that space, but you're also constantly looking at the bigger picture. Why brain injuries? And obviously, the research is vital. We need data to be able to understand that. But what's the turning point here? Why has this garnered so much recognition? What was the big positive find? And I know I'm asking you to sum up a lot of work, but why are we so excited?
Well, firstly, it's the scale of the problem. So trauma is a massive problem for children and adults, at least young adults across the world. So we're not peculiar in that regard. So over the age of 1 all the way to your early 30s, the most likely reason that you will die or be disabled is from trauma.
It's trauma. Okay.
And the majority of that is road traffic accidents.
Wow.
And so that's true in the US as well. 60% of childhood deaths are due to trauma. And about half of those are due to the injury sustained by the head. The difference in Africa is just the scale of the problem. So for every child, their risk is about anywhere between 8 to 12 times higher than a similarly aged child in Western Europe. Wow. And so the goal of the work is to try to reduce that. Of course, if you can prevent it, that's always the goal.
Yeah, for sure. But at least people are talking about it like a thing now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're never going to completely prevent it. But if you can't prevent it, you can still make a massive difference in the outcome by trying to understand what's going on in the brain. If you can understand that, then you can develop therapies and interventions that make a difference to outcome and at least halve the risk of dying.
At that critical gateway. And so much of work, you must feel terrified and inspired every moment of the day because there are these critical gateways. Get it right. We are literally transforming the situation. Get it wrong, and you know you're going to lose a young child. So bless you for taking this on your shoulders. When we talk about the data that is being gathered here, you've got real-time data to dip into when addressing a new case. How does that play out? What's next? Because I would imagine this has unlocked some doors for you now.
Exactly. So the problem with the brain and why we haven't made as much progress as we'd like over many, many years is that it's just a lot more complex than anything else. So we all know that it's the most complex organ in the known universe. And there's a study, in fact, in my Oppenheimer's memorial speech, I referenced a study that showed in a single cubic millimeter of brain tissue, so a small fragment of brain tissue, there's as much as 1,400 terabytes of data. So that's the scale of the complexity. And when that's injured, when that's disrupted, all of that complexity comes to the fore. And then you're struggling with two problems. One is the brain is difficult to see inside the brain, firstly. And if you could see inside the brain, you are confronted with all of this complexity.
Where do you begin? Yeah.
So we've tried to approach it as a big data problem. The more information you've got, and we've got tools to get that information.
And now we've got big number crunches as well on data machines.
Exactly, and you have to be able to decode it. And the idea is to be able to decode it and then develop therapies. Now, there are two layers to the therapies. One is, in the best case scenario, you've got all the bells and whistles, all the tools, imagining the future of brain injury treatment. But then it's also
in
the
Switzerland,
recognition.
maybe.
But even in Cape Town, and that's the goal, we can be better because we've got more experience.
Exactly, and a bigger working model.
But then the second thing is also recognizing that the majority of these kids are not going to be in those places. And to develop therapies that are simpler, but more widely generalizable and will work wherever you are.
I love that, echoes of the core. This is amazing. I think my little brain is probably smoking a little bit here, thinking about what you must think about every single day, the implications, the knock-on effect. But the joy here is you get to see it in those little faces, in the parents' faces. So on behalf of all of the parents, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is massive. Will you take the morning off and go and have a breakfast or something? Are you even allowed to do that? It's probably going to go straight to a lecture, then straight to an operation. Now, we absolutely support you 100% and are just blown away that you've got the recognition you need. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is how we celebrate Madiba's legacy. Not through big shows, but in the everyday moments within our own spaces. How can you become the tip of the spear in this way? This is one man backed by an incredible team and organization in a tiny little country on the tip of Africa that could potentially change the way we address all children. That is massive. Thank you, Prof.
Well, let's continue down that avenue about Mandela Month, because at ABSA it's more than just a calendar event. It is a call to action that they are doing, a moment to turn purpose into presence and to roll up sleeves, reach out and show what it truly means to be a force for good. Now, Kyle joined ABSA this Mandela Day for 67 minutes of purpose and a powerful reminder that when we serve, we honor. So let's take a look at how small moments turned into something truly meaningful.
This Mandela Month, we're joining ABSA to make a real difference, inspired by the late Tata Madiba. We're at the Santa Convention Center, and we're here to pack meals for ABSA's continuous commitment to being a force for good and letting you know that your story matters. But we see that. So ABSA has taken a stand against hunger, especially with this collaboration with Rise Against Hunger. What inspired this collaboration?
We've been working with Rise Against Hunger for 2 years now. It's one of the initiatives that is a group-led initiative where we activate across 4 regions in the country, where we support Rise Against Hunger to ensure that children in early childhood development centers get a meal for at least a year. As ABSA, we have contributed 71,000 meals this year.
71,000 meals this year. There's definitely an outcome that we're trying to reach for this campaign specifically.
We're hoping that, number one, we have embedded the culture of volunteering in the organization. It is Mandela Month, but for us, we say, you know, Mandela Day or Mandela Month is not a once-off event. So we have over 350 colleagues have taken participation for this campaign. And I think above and beyond that is to show that as ABSA, we really are showing that we are a truly force for good in the communities that we operate in.
What inspired me to volunteer today is just the number of people that are living in poverty. You saw the stats, that is quite scary, especially in a country like South Africa, where we're like 30 plus years post-apartheid and people are still living in those conditions. So for me, this is an initiative where I can make a difference and ensure someone goes to bed with a full stomach.
I think it's important for all of us to come together. When we are together, we can make a greater impact. You know, one person can only go so much, but look at how many people are here. The more we are, the more we can spread the spirit of good deed and good works and helping people in the community and abroad.
Looking at ABSA's slogan of "Your Story Matters," this really drives the commitment to what that is and being a force for good. How do you believe a campaign like this is meaningful to continuously adhere to that ABSA's commitment?
This is just one of the ways that we're showcasing that as ABSA, we see the story. We see the story of our clients, of our beneficiaries, of our communities. But I think it's also important to notify you that this is not just one individual campaign that we're doing. We're doing multiple different colleague volunteering experiences, skills-based volunteering, leadership role modeling. We had our CEO here today and some EXCO members who were here and leaders within the organization, because we want to showcase that our leaders as well are leading from the front.
Mandela Month is so important to me personally because every single year you see South Africans coming together to really strive to push our country forward. It's a moment that Ubuntu, the word Ubuntu really kind of stands out for me. And getting an opportunity to spend it with ABSA kind of derives and repurposes their commitment to why your story matters. It's a vision of us coming together collaboratively and showing to you that your story matters, and we see it.
One of the issues that we're finding is that a lot of young people don't have meals. And for us, it was to showcase that at least this one effort that we're doing will have a ripple effect in the communities that we're operating in.
I'm glad this initiative is happening, and we all now can see that it doesn't take a lot to make a big difference. I mean, this small packet can actually feed 6 children. And for me, it's so amazing how something so small can just go a long way like that.
Today has shown me that working together is putting purpose into action. And ABSA has inspired me to continuously being a force for good. And together, South Africa, we together as a nation can work for the legacy of Madiba as the greatest example.
Our beautiful work was done on that day, but listen, it is a life of serving that we really are looking at. ABSA's commitment to uplifting communities really shows us that purpose isn't just a value, it is a verb. And what better way to celebrate Madiba's legacy than by stepping up, giving back, and being the good that we want to see.
All right, so we've done collie 2 ways. We need a third. We've got our beautiful mash, which came out perfectly. We've done it with a side of pork chops, I'm going to call it. Then we've got our collie pops, I've called them. Beautifully. Don't those look like chicken wings? Absolutely gorgeous with a jerk sauce. We love that. Now we need to ramp up the flavor profile. We're going to whip up a gorgeous chickpea and collie coconut curry. Yay! It's raining outside, so we need to warm things up. And then we're going to continue to warm the heart. I've been blown away by what our guests are doing right now. And this isn't their flash in a pan once in a while. It's there every day. I'm talking about some medical students at the incredible Tygerberg Hospital. They are doing something that is going to take your breath away. And it's kind of their passion and purpose. And I think we need to lean into that. And yes, we'll be back in the kitchen.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. The rumors are true. It is your feel-good breakfast show. Now, in this powerful edition of Brews and Breakthroughs with #Jacobs, we meet the remarkable medical students behind Save 7. Now, it's a movement rooted in empathy, driven by innovation, and changing the future of healthcare one life at a time. And they'll be sharing their journey from bold ideas to real-world impact, and how the launch of the Life Pod at Tygerberg Hospital is set to become a lifeline for patients in need, saving 100 lives a year. Now, is that true? Is that a fact? Can I get a nod?
We hope so.
We hope so.
The year still hasn't played out.
Let's say hail Hannah as well as John T. Guys, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having
Coffee in hand, black coffee. We hope you like it black.
It's good.
Yes.
Perfect.
I mean, John T, you did mention that it's good for you.
It's good for longevity. I'm told.
And you told me, therefore I believe it. We'll just continue with you, John T. Tell us more about the Life Pod. I mentioned it briefly in the intro, but what is it? What does it do? And how is it serving the people?
Sure. So we were actually here almost a full year ago to kind of put the idea out to the public and say, like, guys, help us to make this happen. So first of all, we want to say thank you to the Expresso audience, to everybody for helping us to actually get this over the line. And just to kind of recap what this was. So the Life Pod is a specialized organ donor management unit.
Sure.
And the reason that it's important is because even if we've got consent, even if we've got a potential organ donor, which all of us can be when we die, we can save 7 other people's lives, but only if there's ICU bed space in order to keep that person's organs viable for the 36 hours needed to get all of the other 7 people across the country into the right place, right? So the Life Pod is a place that unlocks this new bed space, because we were seeing a crash in referrals because doctors were like, well, great, I've got a potential donor, but where can I put them, right? There's no room. And as a result, we were losing a lot of them. We estimated at about 1 to 2 donors a month as a result.
Sure.
So we put it to the public, we said, guys,
it's
not going to cost us as much as it would for a normal ICU. If we can just raise this 400,000 rand, we can get it across the line.
And that's not much in the grand scheme of things.
In the medical world, no.
Yeah, Life Pod is such an apt name. Like,
Super
can we just give it up for the name alone? That is incredible. Basil, when it comes to Save 7, what is this and how does it differ? How does it feed into each other?
Yeah, so Save 7 is a student-run NGO. And what started off as just as an organization of 4 guys sitting in their kitchen in Res, having meetings at 5 a.m. at the time. It's grown to a team of over 300 students across South Africa, which has been amazing to see. And I think it shows the importance of having I think it shows an amazing thing about when you have a meaningful cause, there's always passionate people that want to get involved. And sometimes it comes down to there just being an opportunity for students to get involved with something before they become healthcare professionals. Like I think for most medical students, a lot of their dreams are just to be able to help people in the future. And you don't have to wait until you're a doctor to do that or any other healthcare professional to do that. Just by joining an NGO and focusing on Save 7 and focusing on organ donation, you could be saving 7 lives with each person that becomes an organ donor. That's something special.
And now I'm like, how do we get involved? Because not all of us are healthcare professionals, but we are human beings. I've got organs inside me. One day I will be no longer. So I really want to know how we can be involved. But let's talk a little bit more about launching the facility of its kind in Africa, the first one as well, when it comes to that too. When it comes to challenges, Hannah, what have you guys sort of faced when opening this up, when being pioneers, when making spaces where otherwise there would be none? Have there been some challenges and hurdles?
There has been a couple of challenges. In terms of launching it, I think John T can speak more about that in terms of launching the Life Pod. In terms of the challenges, there has been numerous since it is the first of its kind in Africa. One of the challenges that came about when establishing it was obviously lack of bed space was one of them, and that was the main reason the Life Pod was established. But in terms of the South African healthcare system, there are various challenges that John T can elaborate on more.
Yeah, I think it's difficult being the first to do anything. I think as most people say. I think especially as medical students, you almost have to convince people to take you seriously first. And so we had to do that, get through the red tape. But we're so grateful for the transplant community for getting behind us, to saying this is a young group of dynamic individuals, and this is actually what's needed in the space. So the transplant coordinators, the transplant surgeons, our professors from emergency medicine to surgery really got behind us. They connected us with the right people, and then all that was left was the legwork of putting new policy in place, writing policy, getting advice at lots of challenges, but anything meaningful and anything worthwhile is going to have challenges in doing.
I would agree with that. Okay, let's get to the part where we can get involved as humans, as people outside of what you guys do. How can we get involved in this?
So you can follow our Instagram at Save7Lives, at Save7 and Save7 the word lives, and then our website at save7.org. And in this Mandela Month, you can give us your time as a volunteer through our various university branches across the country, one of them being UCT and Stellenbosch in Western Cape. And you can also sign up to be an organ donor via our website, and you can also donate to us via our website as well and learn more about us there.
What's the commitment? So I literally just go on, there's a link, I sign up, that's it. Do you then contact people when it gets to a certain point in my life? Like what does that look like throughout being alive.
So what's interesting about it is it's actually just super important that you and everybody has a conversation with their next of kin. Because when we die, when all of us die eventually, it's up to our next of kin as to whether or not we get the opportunity to save those lives. Because those organs are going to be donated either way. It's whether or not it's to Lynette, who's a mother who needs a kidney, or to the ground, which has had plenty of organs for far too long, right? So we just need to we encourage everybody to have the conversation while they're still alive to say, look, I do want this to happen. And we want that conversation to happen while we're alive because it's going to be a really difficult time for our next of kin, right? We want to give them clarity. So signing up...
And have it be a seamless process.
Exactly. Signing up is a very good declaration of intent. It's saying, Mom, Dad, to my son, my daughter, whomever it may be, I want to do this. Like, let's do this together.
Oh, well, let's do this together then. You heard the call to action, Expresso fam. Please go ahead and head over to the website. We'll leave all those details, of course, on our social media. On your screen right now, you can see it as well. In the meantime, of course, we're cheersing to brews and breakthroughs. Congratulations, guys. And we hope to see you in a year's time to hear about the expansion of Life Pod and 7 Lives.
Amen.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, Wunderbar.
Oh, I like that happy little tune. It speaks to our mindset and emotion in the kitchen today. We have been loving cauliflower. Chef Clem, you've opened our eyes today, my brother. Thank you so much.
So inspired by the conversation that just happened on the couch.
Mind-blowing.
Like, literally, we were continuing the conversation in the kitchen the whole time. So very proud of the next generation of health professionals. Love it, love it.
And the fact that we've got the tip of the spear, the professors teaching students like this, everyone involved so far above and beyond what their actual day-to-day is.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
So I'm going to give it a little extra 2 cents, just saying, given everything, we're going to go up to cooking, given everything that I've been through, my wife's been through in the past few years, we've got so much respect and inspiration from the next generation of professionals.
The university doctors, the guys out there tackling the big problems.
The big problems and asking questions that, I mean, I love our older doctors, the professionals that have been there for long, but the newer generation coming in and asking different questions because times have changed. So all the love and respect.
Have they figured you out yet? No.
No, they haven't. Not yet.
No, because this, no one will ever figure out.
Ever.
It'll never.
So,
maybe you give us a glimpse into your madness.
Yes.
When you cook. We start to understand the inner workings. Now, I'm looking at so much spice here.
The trick with this recipe is not focusing on abundance of, like, show-off ingredients. It's the humble cauliflower with a can of chickpeas, but where the value lies in is in the knowledge of what to do with it. And this one is so easy because it's a curry, and everybody loves a curry.
It's not going to take a long time to develop these flavors.
Not at all.
I think a voice note has come in about our beautiful collie mash. Let's take a little listen.
Good morning, Expresso team. My name is Kiana. I just want to know, I have a special question for the chef. How long do you cook your pork chops?
Okay.
Cape Town weather be like that, eh?
Yeah, no. And that's just inside his kitchen, bro. The wind is blowing.
Oh, it's in the kitchen. So the question, I believe, you asked how long did it cook for?
It was about the pork, because I know you said low and slow because we don't play with pork.
It's a thicker cut, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you approach, what is the watchword for pork?
So because we had a nice thin pork chop, I'm very glad you asked this question because I didn't actually explain what I did. I go on a very high heat like you would with a steak, right?
Okay.
So you put the pork chop down into the high heat pan.
Sear it.
And you leave it for like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Let it do its thing. Get like proper color on it, nice and dark, and then I turn it over, and years people are going to go, huh? I cook it for only 1 more minute.
Okay.
Because that's quite a thin pork chop.
And there's going to be a lot of residual heat in there.
Exactly.
I mean, all the oils, it's got a lot of oil, natural oils in it, and that's going to be at a really high temperature. Yeah,
When you take it out the pan, it's going to continue cooking for like another 3 minutes. That's where the magic happens.
Okay, so you're looking, it's under 10 minutes.
Under 10 minutes.
You're winning at life.
But it's a thin chop. Keep that in mind. You don't want to overcook it too much because that thin chop will go.
I'm sorry, I know we're talking veggies here, but just before that, we put a pin in that conversation to crisp up without drying out the meat, because you've got a nice high fat content. You want to get the flavor, render that all out.
Right.
Is there a way that you can crisp the fat without drying out the tender, delicious meat?
Unfortunately, because we cut those chops so thin, I had to take off that rind. And what I do is I actually cook the rind separately, and I serve it
perfect answer.
As a crispy garnish.
100%.
You got a crispy skin, tender chop, juicy, and you got a little thing to chew on at the end.
Box ticked. I love it. Okay, so now we've browned our onions.
talking about crispy. The onions have turned crispy, but that's
Onion
fine.
pops.
It's going to add
No,
to
I
the
like
texture.
It's going to add a flavor layer.
Actually, that looks really good, guys.
It
I would
looks
actually
gorgeous.
say fry your onions so they get a little crispy. Sorry, I'm moving all over the place with the
So
camera
you
guy,
just
Rudy,
towel
over
those
there.
off and we eat them straight.
There we go. Ginger garlic went in.
Okay.
Okay, once that becomes aromatic, and I say it becomes aromatic in the sense like you smell cooked garlic, not raw garlic. You really use your senses a lot in the kitchen. So once you smell that cooked garlic, we're going to go in with our spices.
Because you taste mainly with your nose. I think we
do
think
80%.
that, yeah, like your tongue just does the heavy lifting.
Exactly.
To be honest, the nose is where the
Where's
nuance
that?
is. Yeah.
Turmeric garam masala goes in, and then we've got a little bit of extra cumin. I love cumin and chickpeas together.
You say garam masala like it's just a spice mix. Do you have a go-to for your vegetable curries in terms of the spice mix?
I'm not going to tell you I have a go-to because my palate changes every month. I do, and you know, it gave me an idea for Culinary Hotline segment. Spice mix of the month, curry spice mix of the month, and I do a seasoned salt of the month. So every month, when you come to my house, the salt is going to be tasted a little different. The spice blend I use for everything.
Can you show us how to do that next week?
We're actually going to do next week. We'll do a whole spice thing. I'll show you how I do my 3 different spices, and I change it every month. Because seasons change, your palates change. Winter versus summer, your palate wants
or you
different
discover
things.
something new and you want to see how far can I push it out there? How can I? Oh.
I'm going to ask my boss Tiffany, but I say next week we talk spices.
Oh, we're going to create our own spice mixes
There we go.
next week. I like that.
So
for us.
already,
Thanks.
jump on our socials. Jump on our socials. If you have any question about spices, or if you have tips about spices, let us know. There we go. Next week.
And when it comes to a garam masala, the perfect spice blend, what's your hookup? Because I would imagine there's some amazing aunties that are sitting on gold in that space
Absolutely.
here. So please.
So I'm not going to give my secrets just yet. We'll keep it for next week.
I feel you.
Those aunties come through. Okay, spice mix went into all the spices, and this one is a roasted masala. So once a deeper flavor, that's going in.
And that's great. So you don't have to sit for 5 hours around the pot. You get that development immediately.
Other auntie did it for us.
Exactly. I'm sorry, we are stealing all the aunties' thunder today, but that's kind of how cooking works.
That's how we do it. So we're going to go in with some coconut milk and a little bit of lemon juice.
So what's going through your mind there when you scan over like that? Because I can see you're thinking quite deeply about what and how to introduce when.
It's about layering flavors, but it's not about just going step 1 in, step 2 in. It's about giving the previous ingredient, you see, giving the previous ingredient you just added in the pan time to bloom or to toast or to develop its flavor before you go in with the coconut.
Well, you pushed the aromatic button there. Whatever you just did, that just swept our studio with the most delicious smell.
Now, if we added the coconut milk immediately after adding the spices, you wouldn't get that toasted spice aroma. You would actually end up getting a little bit of a grit in the sauce, which you don't want. So that's why we toast the spices first, then go in.
Carissa, take your time, girl. You can't make a roux
don't
in 30
call
seconds.
Carissa. Do not call Carissa, because I love my job. Because Carissa's getting too good in the kitchen. They're one day they're going to be, Carissa, you're doing all the food segments from now on.
She's done all the cooking this week, eh?
It's not right.
Amazing. She's
not
been
right.
really, really good.
Okay, chickpeas are in.
Okay, I'm going to watch the chickpeas.
Oh, here we go. Actually, I'm going to do it by hand. Now we're going to break off florets. Just break it off by hand. You can cut it, but again, I like the little mixture of some of the cauliflower being like really cooked, and some chunky.
Get stuck
texture.
in. But the joy here is the cauliflower's got so much surface area to get the flavour into all of those nooks and crannies.
It gets in there, in the nooks, gets in the crannies.
Okay, well, maybe you want to steal this as your recipe and you're an auntie, and that's perfectly fine. Scan the QR code and you can pass this off as a generational recipe of your own. But we want you guys to experiment and cook with us. We understand that the South African flavour palette is different to anywhere in the world. And I think you and I travel a lot. We talk about Spain and the beauty of the produce there. I still wish South African chefs, I wish you had been with me to cook the steak that I ate there, bud.
Oh, wow.
Because South Africans know how to treat food. We cook it beautifully, man.
And you know what I'm loving about 2025? We are seeing South African food being featured all over the world, and people are talking about it. Not just about the rugby, but the rugby is also worth talking about. But our food and our culture. Cape Town has just been awarded, I'll say the Time Out Market actually did it, best food city in the world.
And this is set against some major players.
Right.
Okay, very quickly, talk us through the final steps of the process.
Embracing our South African food and delicious flavors. Chickpea curry is going. It's cauliflower. It's going to take less than 10 minutes and it's going to be done. Okay?
Beautiful.
Serve that over rice. Serve it with a roti or roti. Not starting anything here. It's so easy, so quick and simple. Comes together. Cauliflower 3 ways.
I love it, man. I have a feeling I'm going to eat myself silly on our collie pops. That's just beautiful. And with the jerk sauce addition there, gorgeous. But you have taken the humble, not so humble qualifier. I think it's a regal vegetable today, and you've put it firmly on the throne it deserves. Well done.
There we go.
It's not quite done yet, but that was an absolute masterclass in our culinary hotline. Bling!
Ching, ching, ching!
Like a battle cry.
I was trying to ting-ting in harmony with our good man Jonathan over here. Ting, ting, ting. No. Okay. We'll try again next time. One thing that I know he's very good at, though, not harmonizing with me, but dipping his oma. We'll have a moment doing that in just a little bit. We're not talking about a dance move, okay? We're talking about a delicious rusk that will happen coming up really soon, straight after this break. And then we have another wonderful performance by you.
Oh, go on.
Okay. It's from a musical.
Yes.
Shall I
give it away?
Music of the Night.
There you go.
I got it, and it's good, and it's even better than good. It's fantastic, it's great, and perfect for this Wednesday. Let's try one more time. Ting, ting,
ting, ting.
ting.
Well.
Okay, we'll work on that.
It's good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. Yes, I was looking at the wrong camera because Jonathan Rocksmith addles my brain because he is just so amazing at what he does. There, look, how is that face not addling your brain this morning? He is. in every way.
It's early. So.
I know. I don't know why we're promoting the guy who was on his own promotional video. Okay, but it's all right. No, I love it. I love that. Now, while we are here, we want to reclaim our peace, one bold move at a time, and often it's just connecting with good people that allows us to do this. In the spirit of choosing quiet over chaos, and our studio is chaos, we are playing a game of Would You Rather, Dip Out Group Chat Edition.
Ooh.
I know, it's confusing. It's about letting go and leaning into the calm, preferably with an Omar Rusk in hand.
I mean, why would you do anything
And we've
else?
got the hot cross bun version.
This is hot cross bun?
It is.
It is.
You were talking about
I
this
told
now.
you about it.
Okay.
It's fantastic. It's a limited edition.
I like the little Jenga stack of rusks there.
And guess what? It's all for you.
On a Le Creuset plate.
I know.
I mean,
as it has
come on.
to. Thank you for noticing. This is the guy who just 3M'd his brand new car.
A little
to
Eiffel
look
Tower
after
of Coma rusks. It's great.
I love being with you guys. This is great. Okay, my morning is made. Here's a Would You Rather game.
Okay.
Jonathan, and you got to be honest, all right? When it comes to group chats, we're all in a little bit too many. So would you rather mute a group chat for a year or leave it, risk the social tension forever, and just, you know, pick your battle?
Oh, I'd leave it.
You'd leave it?
Really? Hands down.
Not say a word, you out.
With my job,
Jonathan
I'm in
left.
3 group chats per show.
Oh.
The social one is the nightmare one. Because it's memes of cats all the time, so no.
Now they know.
What is that line? Like, because every now and then you do start to form an emotional attachment to the people in the group, even though half of them you've never met.
Yeah.
And then you feel like, they must see this cat that is doing such a funny thing.
My best is the sort of community groups. Like your street will have one, and then the water will go out, and then everybody will message, did you have water today? And they all respond. It's like, Karen, I think we know nobody has water.
Nobody has
it's the same
water.
pipe.
Or, no, what you must do if you want to have a little bit of fun, and you'll enjoy this being as spicy as you are, just ask them, please describe the person on the group and then watch the mayhem in a group chat. But we love it because...
They were wearing a sequins jacket.
Very, very cool. Okay, I'm going to throw in. You guys at home can give this one a gander as well. Would you rather have a peaceful solo coffee break with an Omar Rusk or get stuck explaining voice notes in the family group chat? And I leave. You can imagine.
Explaining voice notes is like explaining a joke. Like, it should be self-explanatory.
I have to explain my voice notes.
In another voice note.
Yeah.
But how long? How long is the voice note? Because if it's more than 30 seconds...
Is that your cutoff? Because I personally sent a 5-minute voice note
So
before.
are you telling me no one listens to more than 30 seconds of my voice notes? This is what's happening. This is why no one understands or meets me places.
I do it on 3x, and I'll hear the whole thing.
Yeah, times 5.
I'm going to do it like my mother-in-law, and I'm just going to do, like, she'll spam you with about 15 5-second things. So you have to. Now you want to know. It's a cliffhanger. You want to know what the next sentence is.
I suppose better voice note than the texts. Hey, how you doing?
Next one.
When to ask you.
And you're like, just put it in one.
Let's do a paragraph.
They're clicking enter all the time. Okay, here's another one. Would you rather accidentally send a voice note meant for your bestie, but to the family group, or be stuck in a group chat where everyone replies, but only with the gifts and the stickers and the pictures and the...
I'll do the voice note to the
your
wrong
family.
group. Because to endure bearing your soul to somebody and they go,
yeah.
And it's the yellow one. They don't even customize
put
it.
in the colour.
Here's your thumbs up.
It's the Simpson, you know.
Oh, this one.
Simpson family.
Is that thank you or please?
It's praying hands.
So like, please, God.
I thought it was a high five.
It's a desperate...
it's praying hands, apparently.
We need to have an
Meeting
episode, actually,
explaining
and decoding every emoji.
I also feel like every generation has their own understanding
That's also true.
of... Okay.
Well, the worst is when an older person sends this one. No, Gran.
Because now it's creepy. Don't
Are you allowed to say what age an older person is?
No.
Okay.
Would you rather...
This is my response.
To which I go, I think it's jazz hands. I don't think it is jazz hands, but I like to see it as jazz
Praise hands. Would you rather archive a group chat and pretend it never existed, or stay and read 132 unread messages just to be polite, because now you didn't switch the blue ticks off and everyone can see if you've read or haven't read?
Oh, I'd read it because that that unread 1 at the top of WhatsApp.
Does it bother
and you're
you?
like, oh, archive chats 1. Who could it be?
Who could it be?
man.
Even though it's an ex that you blocked long ago.
It's too much.
Okay.
It's too much.
I've got so many unread chats. I apologize publicly. I'm so sorry.
I'm terrible. I'm glad I'm not being asked any of these questions because I don't think I do either option. I just leave
You would
it there.
deactivate WhatsApp. Here's another
man,
one.
I've got to try
I'm the only
harder.
one who's had a Rust.
I'm
you've
sorry,
finished
man.
it?
I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm going to tell
Okay, here's another. Would you rather be the admin of your neighborhood WhatsApp group
Oh, my
or
word.
be added to a wedding planning group with people you don't know?
That could be fun, though. Sure.
I'd be the admin. You can block people.
I mean, I do get a vicarious thrill looking at what people think are problems in their lives.
Oh, for sure.
The garden service is late. No, they're not. They're on time. Sharon, you just
Because
don't
the
do
accent
anything.
They're just
is
tree
so
fellas,
good.
man. They're just tree fellas. Leave them alone.
They're doing their job.
We have amazing community groups in our area that are like superheroes. We prevent crime. They're so on it.
Wow.
And they really have to be on it, but gee whiz, they are on it.
I got complaints about leaving my bin outside for too long. That's my neighborhood group. Yeah, but I am in a good neighborhood. That's all that matters.
I'm from Joburg. It's like, who's in that car outside my house? Whose dog is that? And then all of a sudden, the tactical team will go on and say, oh, we apprehended X person. They were stealing shrubs from number 37B. Yeah.
Stealing shrubs is crazy. Okay, fine.
He
Let's
doesn't
move on.
live at 37B, though. Just saying. Okay, now it's your turn. We want to know how you dip out when the group chat goes into overdrive. We understand, we feel your pain. Do you mute it? Do you archive it? Do you just leave it entirely or just ignore your phone? The answer stands the chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash and an Omar Rusk's hamper.
Now, if you want to get involved, reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and then use that hashtag #DipOutWithOmar to enter. Competition closes Monday, the 4th of August. T's and C's on expressoshow.com. Yes, we deserve to dip into that. Isn't it so good? My turn. 5 dips. Thank you, Omar.
5.
5?
Correct.
What bite was that?
Dip out with Omar this winter. Tasty, filling, and oh so satisfying. The ultimate winter snack.
Who says no to a cappuccino? Jacob's Wunderbar.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Here's the deal. You got a pounder pusher play your lotto. Lotto plus 1, lotto plus 2. Why? 23 million rand. That's why. So please get in on the action. You can do it for 16 million rand in the lotto space. Lotto plus 1, 1 million rand. Lotto plus 2, 6 million rand today.
Oh my gosh, buy your tickets immediately after that on the National Lottery website, .co.za. There is the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash, and that's for all USSD.
So all the best of luck there, and we give you your Just Rewards right now for joining us for an amazing show, and it comes in the form of the incomparable Jonathan Rocksmith.
So my goddaughter Noah was a bit disappointed earlier that I did Impossible Dream and not Pink Pony Club. For real. So I don't necessarily know musical theatre songs about horses, but I do something that starts with a P, and it comes from this show. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar, and you'll live as you've never lived before. Slowly, deftly, night unfurls its splendor. Is that the cue to stop for now?
Oh, you keep playing.
I'll do underscore for you, yeah, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, an unbelievable, heartfelt, magical moment comes to a rest as we lay our heads, hopefully, back on our pillows and go back to sleep, because we've earned it. Jonathan Rocksmith on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you so much. What a human being. You're amazing, girl.
You're a superstar, and so are you. Have a fantastic day. It's Wednesday. We're almost there. The weekend is knocking. We'll see you tomorrow.
Adios. One last swan.
Nada. Feel Good Production.